All right, man. We rocking, man. What's up?
All right, all right.
All right, now what article you talking about?
No, I seen a little article looked like somebody posted. I don't even remember if it was an article or if it was just a photograph somebody posted, but it looked like a partner of yours that I was introduced to on your podcast had just got confirmed he a PA policeman now.
Yeah, DeMarcus. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I
yeah.
thought that was pretty cool.
He changed jobs. He PAPD now.
Yeah, cool,
Man.
cool. I like
So
I
shout
like
out.
His own.
to see cats that I can see genuine get an opportunity to change the course of things from off on the inside, you know.
Yeah, man. Shout out to DeMarcus on that, man. It was him and a couple of his homeboys that went from the prison. Now they PAPD. So you got to hold. Really, the PAPD squad is getting a lot younger and a lot more familiar with the people. You know what I'm saying? More than what they've been sitting around here. So
Cool.
that's always a decent look. But Smooth say he arresting his own people.
Hey man, I mean we be out there tripping with ourselves though. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
That's the pressures of society, man. I don't blame him.
Oh wait, okay.
Hey, y'all seen that Weinstein Epstein shit?
Yeah. It's getting deep. It's getting deep.
Ain't none of them niggas going to jail, so why we gotta go to jail?
Speaking on that shit, a lot of people who got some money for real, everybody seem to be congregating over there in Hawaii, building underground bunkers. So they definitely know something we don't know. Oprah, Zuckerberg, The Rock, all of them who got some money, they are congregating on Hawaii. They got some shit going on. But man,
yeah, like what they know. Yeah.
Why you need an underground bunker?
You know. Shit.
What's wrong with up top? You know what I'm saying? That's where they try to leave our ass.
I want to know if they caught her with 100 million at the airport and the rest of the ass.
Shit, man. But y'all want to recap 23?
Bunch of liars. Bunch of liars going on in 2023. That's what I see.
Man, about the old girl Simone Biles, right?
What was so I think maybe I missed something. Because what was the whole deal with that, right? Some of the comments or some of the posts that I saw was basically just people saying that whole man was claiming he didn't know who she was before they jammed, before they got linked up or whatever, and people were saying he was lying, and she defended him basically, and she said he was the prize. They say she was wrong for that. That's basically, am I somewhere?
Pretty much that's what it. He didn't really know who she was. Like talking about, she pursued him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I mean, I really don't get what's the problem. Because she married.
Hey,
she
but
something and became a wife.
Yeah,
my thing is on it, like
they cool. Look like everything going out right on their end.
Yeah,
right?
The people niggas got a problem.
It's how you made it look, dog. I gave a nigga a pass because I didn't know how old he was. I thought the nigga was like 23, 24. You know what I'm saying? So you would like in that age bracket when she was dominating, you wouldn't know. Like I would think you wouldn't know. You get what I'm saying? But with you being 28, bro, and you saying you don't know who Simone Biles is, bro. Come on, bro. We talking about the most decorated Olympian ever.
Well, I mean, now,
but
she is now, but so what are the...
We got to look at it like this, though, right? 98% of black people don't know what's going on in the Olympics until it become a meme or shared on social media. We didn't really know who the fuck Sha'Carri Richardson was until we had no choice but to know her.
I don't know,
man. I agree. Also, back then, from the tweets people was pulling up on him, I did remember Gabby Douglas.
Yeah.
I remember that name. She at that time
was
the more prominent gymnast.
Yeah, she was the one.
When he acted like, well, I wasn't familiar with her, I could see it. But I don't know. I guess, let's say, offering up the hypothetical that everything said was true, right? Them people married and appear to be happy. So, like to your point a minute ago, I don't understand what the problem is.
I think the problem is this. This is what the problem is. The fact that everybody who had a problem with what was said, for one, the woman was in the room with him when he said what he said. So clearly he ain't lie about it.
Yeah.
I felt like if she would have felt like he knew who she was when she first shot at him, because we don't know how long it's been in the making. This probably before she even got to what we know it now. I felt like she would have said that, like, man, you knew who I was. But she sat up there and supported her man as she should. Right. I think the problem came in where the people who had something to say, most of the women in the comments had something to say. They keep thinking, or they feel like because she's so prominent in this one field and she's so successful, it's no way that he can be the prize because she has accomplished way more in her life. So that's how they looking at it. So they took offense to it. That's like, with Kevin Samuels be talking about the women that's always talking about they got a PhD. So
we don't give a fuck.
So it's more of a fact that because she was so accomplished and such a prominent name, and to be honest with you, man, those women don't really watch sports like that, nor do they watch the Olympics. They watch the clips that we all see on Facebook. The only people that I know that are really sit down and watch the whole Olympics is people who got family in them or old folks.
And especially if it's occurring overseas, shit, tell fans be happy wee hours of the morning, anyway. Because I remember several times that I missed most of the damn basketball games because they would be coming on at 3 a.m. and shit, and I got to go to work. So,
Exactly.
But what's crazy to me is women don't realize, like, through all them fucking accolades they get, bro, the degrees, the PhDs, the math, all that shit don't mean a goddamn thing because marriage, the road to marriage goes through the man. If that motherfucker don't want to marry you, he not gonna, no matter what your accolades are, he not gonna marry you. So how can you be the prize? No matter how much money you go get, you can become the CEO of motherfucking Amazon today. If a nigga ain't fucking with you like that, he not gonna marry you. Yeah, he might use you to stand right there. Hey, baby, I love you and all that. We all know the game. If the nigga don't want you though, he not gonna marry you. No matter what pressure you put on him, all that, they just gonna leave. So how can you be the prize?
Look, man, I've been married 6 years. Been with my wife 14 years and some change. She's definitely the prize to me.
To you.
Now, the thing is, you go talk to my wife, she gonna tell you I've been married 6 years. I've been with my husband 14 years and some change. He's definitely the prize. You know what I'm saying? So she's supposed to feel like her man the prize. If he feeling at this point in his life right now, well, yeah, shit, I'm the prize. I ain't just no random walk around ass nigga.
I ain't just anybody.
Trust me. His wife gonna let him know what time it is when he get home. If it's something to let him know, I think a lot of people be projecting, man, when they see stuff on social media, they got a tendency to put their own hurts in the mix and project their own traumas into these other folks' situation. And man, if that lady okay with her husband saying he the prize or he the prize or he the prize, let them people live.
But shit, I don't even remember him saying he was the prize. I think they put it on it like he talking like he's the prize.
Yeah, he never said it.
He never said I'm the prize.
Oh, man.
So I mean, he never said, yeah, I was over here,
we can't win, man. We can't win. All of us ain't shit, man.
I don't know, man. I think it came to the fact that most of them women that had a problem with it, like you said, was projecting, and in their own personal life, with their own experiences with the dudes they was messing with, they very well may have been the prize. if you talking to dudes who ain't got no job, who can't stand on nothing, who can't take care of the house, you're gonna be the prize every time. But if you keep picking these dudes, you think this is across the board, that just because you kept going through it, every female has to be the prize.
And the other piece is, if you was really the prize, where them niggas at?
That is a fact.
Cause I ain't walking away from no good lick, bro. I'm not. I'm gonna hang in there. You understand? I didn't hit me a good lick. I ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but the thing
dog, I don't be darting my eyes left and right, dog. I know what I got at the house, so I'm hanging on. I'm apologizing and I'm doing all kind of shit. That, you know what I mean? I get that motherfucking trash shot every Monday and Thursday like I'm supposed to, because it ain't but a couple of reasons this woman need me around here, And that's just me speaking from my own personal, situation or whatever, right? I got a decent job, but my wife didn't need no money from no man, And it seemed like that's a lot of where we place value. And I say,
live in, baby.
Black women in our community, a lot of where they place value is on things that don't necessarily equate to happiness in the end. And I think that's problematic because, like we were talking about a minute ago, I don't know a man that goes into a conversation with a woman caring about where she worked or how many degrees she got. I think certainly a man would care that his partner or the person he's conversing with has some intellect, but I don't think most men care that intellect necessarily translated to X number of degrees or, awards or accolades or whatever. I think, we want to know whether or not this chick gonna be nice to us, man.
That's it. And first, when you first having that conversation with me, it ain't about how much money you getting. Can you take care of yourself? Like, are you here to use me, or you want me to be here because you love me? And if a woman can take care of herself, odds is she want to see, hey, do we partner up in this shit? Can we make it 40 years? Because I ain't worried about no fucking money. But most women, like you just said, they be worried about some money because they ain't getting to it.
And the problem I got with that is I know cats who make less money than me, but manage what they make better. Cats in better living situations, than I would have been if I was damn single, because they manage better. Part of my wife's, stick with me and her, I don't manage well and I know it. So I got to put that bread on her because we'll be looking crazy if it was up to me, and she doesn't necessarily have that problem. And I think folks, because I hear a lot of times I'm, listening to podcasts, I'm reading comment sections under these articles and posts or whatever, and it be all this, man got to make sense. And, first off, 6 figures ain't that much money. Once you start making it, start spending it, you come to realize that.
It's really 80,000.
I mean, that shit ain't setting the world on fire no more. It may have been 20 years.
Back in the day,
Yeah. But I
think 100,000 put you in the mansion now. Yeah.
Had some grandfather in at 100,000.
100,000 these days, boy. Hey, you scraping for a house.
And I can't tell where it went. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real. I break 100 and I don't know what happened. So it's but if somebody can manage, you put 50, 60 grand on them and you live like a king. So, I think that's something that needs, but, I think that's a larger conversation that needs to be had, but it's a lot of defense people go on when the conversations start, and I don't think a lot of people be listening. But old girls seem to have kind of clapped back at everybody on one little post, and she was just kind of like, we all right, we good, we happy,
man.
Left off the y'all miserable bit. She might have turned.
She did what she's supposed to do. You supposed to, protect the honor of what you got going on. But it was more than just him was the prize. It was also a problem that she pursued the man that she wanted.
What's wrong with that if she got him?
Man, I don't know.
Right? I mean,
I don't know, man.
These motherfuckers just be banging on breakfast is what it is. They just bad about whatever.
Hey, I have no idea what's the problem in pursuing what you want. because women really got to look at it today. We in a different climate, man. You might go speak to somebody, man. They might say you tried to sexually assault them or something. You weird. So a lot of men don't even want to pursue nothing. Like, hey, you got to give me a clear-cut sign that you interested. So they don't even understand the landscape.
Y'all ever come up, but you know what I'm saying? Like I got a cat out. I grew up in the fill-on in the club era. You know, 3, 4.
Wrap your arm around the waist, huh?
I'm saying, yeah, man. Women walk by, the music loud, you try to speak, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time, cat gonna reach over and touch you a little bit, say, "What's up, man?" When she turn around, what's up? But that's inappropriate in 2023.
Nah, you messed around and get a whole case from 15 years ago. You don't even remember what happened.
Might get fired on and some more shit. Ain't no telling. So,
hey, she wants you to send you. She wants you to send a drink before you even speak,
man.
So, so shit. That leads to the another little question, man. Do women really they want husbands, or they just want submission? Because it sounds like from them comments, it was more like he's more accomplished than her, so he need to bow down and submit to her success. And if that's the landscape of what we was all reading, I couldn't help but think, well, do y'all really want a good man, or y'all just need a man to submit while y'all do everything in your life?
Yeah, I mean, like, y'all want to be the dude now? You, man, look, I hope you're wrong about that. I really do.
I hope I'm wrong too, but the evidence is the evidence. Because we trying to figure out, how did y'all get mad at somebody for pursuing what she want, getting what she want, and then becoming a wife? And then when he spoke the truth on how they met, he didn't come out saying this. He was asked this question. So It came from a humble place. He broke down with her in a room. He broke down how we met, how it happened. And it was a problem because you did not bow down to her accomplishments. So with everything on the table, you can't help but think of, y'all don't even care if he's a good man. Y'all care that he didn't submit to how her accomplishments and her fame and how profound and the records that she broke. Y'all upset that he didn't bow down to that. So do you want a husband, or do you just want somebody to submit to what you accomplished?
I think women these days, they only expect accomplishments. No matter how great you are as a man, no matter where you coming from, no matter your starting point, they only respect great accomplishments. Not you coming from nothing and then you making it to 60,000. Now they looking at that 60,000 like you ain't doing enough. That's how they look at it these days.
I'm sure the man's proud.
Exactly, the man is. Right. The man is. But for the women, they looking at it like she's more accomplished, so he should be bound to her. That's the way they look at it.
Yeah, but it ain't the same thing in retrospect. Like, it's not the same thing vice versa. Because when you go through wrong man A, wrong man B, wrong man C, that's part of your journey, your story of how you grew, and you want everybody to accept and respect that you was making bad decisions. Now you're making better decisions after whatever baggage you didn't accrued up until that time, because you went from A to B or A to M, A to Z. You want that to be respected. But on the other hand, if the man say, hey, I went from A to Z, but okay, what you got to the table is just kind of like not enough to what I want, I'm still not going to respect it. But I want you to respect my trauma more than I'm going to respect your trauma based on what you have accomplished.
I have heard a lot of women say stuff like, I'm not interested in building a bear, and, I'm not, going to be dealing with, you need to go deal with your issues, you need to heal, and, and it's like, but everybody's got trauma. Everybody got issues that everybody got baggage. unless this their first time talking to somebody, right? And even then, they gonna bring something emotional from some other set of circumstances. Relationships are relationships, right? Mm-hmm. But if you ain't interested in, because to me, that's part of growing with that person, right? You want a joker that's ready-made, but what you want them to be is ready-made to deal with you how you are right now. And that don't, to me, that's not an honest assessment of anything, because you should be expecting that you're going to grow and mature just like you want this man to be grown and mature. And I think that's an ongoing process. I don't think anybody get to the end of that, you know, and I think that's a flaw in that kind of thinking, in that kind of logic. You know, everything's about growth and maturity. And if that's the case, then you and this man you chose is supposed to be, or this woman you chose, y'all supposed to be growing and maturing together. The relationship I have with my woman today is better than it was 10 years ago. Hey. Not just because I've done a bunch of things, she's done a bunch of things too. Mm-hmm. But we had to care enough about each other to want to keep going. And I honestly believe that sometimes, and I'm saying sometimes, I ain't saying sometimes that lady looked at me and just decided it was easier to adapt to what I had going on right then than it was to start over with some other joker. You know what I mean?
That's pretty much majority. Shit,
yeah,
nobody want to start over.
A lot of women like to skip the line.
That's what
They don't want to grow with somebody and, you know what I'm saying, like go through this story of them coming from wherever they came from to where they at today, right? You know, but what they fail to realize is that's reserved for a few people on this planet, especially for women. Like if you drop dead gorgeous, I'm talking like drop dead gorgeous, not just gorgeous. Then odds is you can skip the line somewhere and have a beautiful life. But if you a woman, you got damn 8, 9, you like a 9 and down and all that type of shit. Hey, bro, hey, look, hey, you pick up a good man that come around and build your life.
Man, I'm gonna say this. I think Halle Berry's drop dead gorgeous.
Facto.
I always have. I think Jennifer Lopez, not always. I think probably in the last 20 years or so, she's been drop dead gorgeous. Kirsten walked away from them chicks, man. And, you know, what I have to say to a woman like that, if I'm having a conversation with her, is you might want to ask yourself why, man. And you can give me though he wasn't shit bit, but all of them.
Shit,
that is a fact.
J-Lo
what they don't understand is
J-Lo done went through what about she on her fourth marriage?
Right.
Even a dude,
and
700 racks.
Why are these cats getting on? You know what they moving around for? If it's all there, because again, I ain't just walking off on no good lick, man. And I don't know too many men who are.
What I mean, but it's the same thing. It's about what you leveraging. Cats that got some money for real, they leverage money and power. Women that got some looks for real, they manage their sex appeal. It's you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their special power in. How can I manipulate the whole landscape to go in my favor? Not saying that it's right, wrong, fair, or foul. It's just what it is. Some people, it's just like us. Like we all had clicks or whatever, and we all knew, hey, this nigga here, he gonna go in there and bag a good one without much effort. This one over here, he gonna have more problem than everybody else. We know that. We know the landscape. You know, he might be the only one who walk out there without a number. That's the landscape. That's just what it is.
What they fail to realize is when you a single man, or if you single with anybody, and you start making an abundance amount of money, 100 racks and more, because 100 racks by yourself is a lot of money still. I could pay a cleaner to come clean the house. You understand? I'm paying people to cut the grass, and I'm married. You understand me? So what do I need you for? You know what I'm saying? I go eat lobster and steak all the time. What I need you for? I need you for my peace. If you can't be peace, that's why they move off of Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah,
that's why they move off of Halle Berry.
Leveraging the things that you spoke of a minute ago in the door probably works great, but does it keep you there? And that's, I think, where the issue be coming in. They get in the dough like that, you know, but they don't stay in the dough like that. And speaking from the other perspective, you see a lot of guys who got a lot of money be married 3, 4, and 5 times because that woman gonna burn off. That money great, and for a while she can put up with whatever because you got all this bread, and she can take her mind off the fuck shit you doing with some of this money. But eventually it get to be too much, and no matter how much money you got, she gone. Now, because of the way our society set up, she ain't gonna walk away with nothing, you know, 99% of the time either. She gonna hit a little lick on the way out the door. But I don't know, man. I was the dude, right? In my little clique, I was probably gonna have more trouble catching than everybody else in my crew. Cause I don't talk a lot to people I don't know. So if I don't win on, now don't get me wrong, I'm 6'4", about 205, and I consider myself half-ass decent looking. So I would win on the look, you know, from time to time. Chick, ooh, he tall and light-skinned, right? Okay. But a lot of the times, the way the club situation set up, you got to go run your mouth. And I wouldn't be running my mouth. I'm going to stand there looking. So I played the world's craziest and coldest wingman. Because my boy gonna go, hey man, look, I'm just calling it what it is. My boy gonna go, he gonna go to a table with 4 or 5 women and he gonna have everybody laughing. Once I see everybody over there laughing, I kind of mosey on over. And you know,
dip your chip a little bit.
Yeah, man. I kind of hang around and kind of check it for me. And you know, when everything starts slowing down a little bit, I kind of start feeling out who's lonely. You know what I mean? But I gotta like somebody to keep wanting to talk to them.
Exactly.
I gotta like them. And I think, honestly, something happened at some point in the history of male-female relationships where women stopped believing that men needed to like them.
You think so?
I think they think we need to like what they look like. Mm-hmm. Because you don't hear them speak a lot to their personalities. Right? You hear them speak a lot to this business, I got this many degrees, I make this much money, I'm this fine, I got, you know, I
don't need no man for nothing.
Does like you, right? Do you generally get along with people? Because you can be a bad motherfucker, man, but you can't be a bad motherfucker and be a bitch.
Yeah, you can be a bad motherfucker and be a bad motherfucker. And people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can be fine than a motherfucker, but your attitude bad as hell too.
Right. And that's different than
that may come from losses.
That a man could have going on, but you a hoe ass nigga. It's kind of like you just a hoe ass nigga with a bunch of money, dog. So does that really work long term?
Well, it works long term because the problem is men have gotten to a point where to get what they want, they willing to disrespect themselves. And what I'm saying is those pay to play ass niggas. So what they don't understand is when you grab this female and you pay to play and you do this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 other females, these females have already set their standard to what they've been getting from the pay to plays.
Yeah.
So in they head, I'm gonna always look this good. I'm gonna always be desirable because I done had 6-figure niggas, whether he worked in a plant or whatever the case may be, pay my bills and sponsor me through life. So it's really it's a small level of delusion, but it's also fact. If you didn't shower, if every man keeps showering this same woman with the same type of dates, the same type of money, the same everything, that woman understand what she is. She's a hot commodity at that point. She's not gonna understand that this is really They just paying to play until she get to a point where she gets serious. So all the men ain't shit. I don't need a man for nothing. Yeah, you don't, because you got so many paying you to play. But once you decide that this pay to play has been played out, and now you ready to be an adult, have a family, and get out the way, or when your looks fade and nobody paying to play with you no more, they just want to play with you, then you're gonna start looking at it like, hey, I care about personality, I care about moral standard, moral compass, what you bring into the table. But by that time,
your business bad in them streets.
Exactly. By that time, that's by that time that come around, you don't even realize your name is so bad, and men do background checks.
Yeah.
So we gonna do a background check. And how it normally go, if my raggedy is homeboy, the nigga that's in the streets, that been in the streets for 40 years and still ain't moving keys or nothing like that, if that nigga know you, it's a no.
Rapper partner.
If my raggedy homeboy know you, man, or touched you, dealt with you, or any type of thing, if you mess with any low level type of being, it's gonna be a no. And that's normally how most good men are, because most good men started off good. They had a moral compass about them, and that moral compass most likely got them picked last. So when they built themselves up, constantly building themselves up to something, now I'm looking at Pookie and Ray Ray on the corner like they beneath me, so I can't go behind them.
Right.
And that's what women don't understand. It don't even necessarily be the baggage that you bring in. It's like, nah, I'm just not finna hit after this cat because he beneath me. Nah. You got too many on your roster that's beneath me. I can't be the hero.
Right. You didn't let this nigga, get down. But and I got a partner. It's a guy I know. I consider him a good dude, right? He's always been a working man, always made good money. He's never been, but I also have always considered him to be a trick.
Mm-hmm.
And this ain't something I ain't never told him, right? I would tell him, and he one of the people who would say it ain't tricking if you got it. Yes, it is, bro. It's you got to have it to trick. So yeah, it's absolutely tricking if you got it, but that's fine. If that's how you operate, I ain't mad at you. I'm saying understand what you are though, because when you get walked over because of that, you got to understand that while these women will accept this stuff from you, they consider you a certain way based on that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And when push came to shove and it was time for them to choose one or the other, they would always choose the guy they felt had more personality, right? And I mean, this cat a few years older than me, and he's still looking. And what I'll be wanting to ask him is, what are you looking for?
I don't know.
Because if you're just looking for the next chick to trick with, then go tricking, whatever, right? But if you're looking for a long-term partner, you got to let out some of that personality that I know you have, man. Because I believe this guy's got a decent personality. He just ain't used to or hasn't been taught how to necessarily express it. Because everybody got to have some personality, man.
Yeah, what it is, it's like all the coaches, every coach that told us, if you didn't play any type of sport, every coach then told him, you play the way that you practice. So if he practiced his whole life tricking, Los, he don't know nothing else.
That's all he know.
Same thing, vice versa. If that woman only been picking bullshit, she only know bullshit. Her mind, she know in her heart she really want a good man, or he know in his heart he really want a good woman. But you have been on, you've been 15 years messing with whores of a woman or whores of a man. You've been practicing. You can't just say, okay, I met a good man, I'm finna turn into a wife today. You ain't practiced that for 30 years, baby. You ain't practiced that for 40 years. All you know is niggas ain't shit because of your personal experiences, and we not knocking your real life story. We ain't knocking that at all. But only thing you've been practicing as a woman or a man, only thing y'all been practicing is trauma. Y'all been practicing how to be upset at the other sex. Y'all ain't been practicing partnership. You know, we both the prize. What I don't know how to do, she pick up. What she don't know, I pick up. It's so we want to be in relationships and be single at the same time. And I'm better. I didn't got with you, but I'm better than you. And you need to understand that I'm better than you all the time. That's pretty much the problem that we dealing with. We've been practicing bullshit, and then when it come down to Super Bowl, now it's like, coach, put me in. I know how to do it, but you the only one who ain't running the proper route.
So what's the solution to that, man? Because I mean, we got to be able to.
Different generation.
Better, right? How do we?
Different generation. I might be 50 and they start getting it right. Yeah, that's 20 years from now.
Man, what I think it is, man, I think we need to just get to a point of comfortability of just telling people, I like you, but you don't qualify for me. Because in reality, if women really thought like that, if they really went through life telling people, look, I like you, I'm attracted to you, but what you got on the table right now, you don't qualify for me, you force men to have to be better because women ain't playing. But if I know I can get whatever I want with a little bit of nothing, just a little bit of a fresh lineup and, you know, some Dior. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You ain't forced to be better. But so I think it's really, you have to really look at it to the point where it's like, look, what you got going on? What you got going on is not conducive to what I got going on. So I can't mess with you like that. I can't risk having a baby with you. I can't risk doing none of that because that's not conducive to the plan. So we have to get to the point where we flush out the lust part. We got to flush out, you know, just it don't even necessarily be the lust. It be the fact that you get the flaunt in front of people that, hey, I'm no longer alone. Like, you got to be comfortable in your own space. Like, they go from relationship to relationship to relationship. You're not comfortable in your own space, man. You gotta heal from each traumatic experience, not pile them all up. And then when you find your wife or you find your husband, say, all right, cool, fix me. That ain't how that go.
But right now we got a generation of 20-somethings, right, who are thinking in the worst way about the opposite gender, both ends. Right?
Yeah.
Where does the solution-based conversation start? Because they ain't listening to me.
In the household?
They don't think I know what I'm talking about. So I'm sitting around here married.
In the household.
Because what it is, man, to be honest with you, these conversations that we done had, not every podcast is the same. The content matter may be very similar, but everybody has different feelings about it. But we got to a point where you have older men who's been married, been divorced, people who have some real money, lost money in these divorces. They're telling young men, hey, do not get married. Do not focus on being married. It's a trap and all that. And if you're a young man looking at an older man who really got it, you know, 3, 4, 500,000, $1 million, $2 million, telling you, hey, don't risk your success on this because people change every day. Now the thing is, the way that they say it makes it seem like it needs to be more of a hatred type of feeling, because in reality, even when we go to the Kevin Samuels part, right? The people that didn't like Kevin Samuels because of his tone. So since they couldn't get past his tone, they couldn't understand the message. And what he's saying is, it is levels. If you are down here, you qualify for this. If you are mid-tier, you qualify for mid-tier and below that. If you are top tier, you qualify for the whole spectrum. That's it. That's really the thing. But when you say it in such a way and you give it attitude and aggression, it seems like Kevin's upset with the females. So me being an average Joe, I need to be upset with the females too. That's not the case. We worrying about the messenger and not the message.
I think one of the things that lent itself to or should have lent itself to a little bit of extra conversation as it surrounded, guys like Kevin Samuels, is what designates or determines top tier. Because I think the definitions were off. Because everybody that would be talking about it would be talking about money. And I'll tell you, every guy that I know who has real money, they married.
Yeah.
And they all been married for a while. I know one youngster, he played in the league though, right? He got real money, but he played professional football, So, I don't know how he, I don't talk to him about his relationship situation. I know he got a lady that he be kind of back and forth with, like that, but I don't know if that's even something he's considering right now as far as marriage. I know that's his end goal, but I know that I don't think that's anything he's thinking about doing in the next year or two. He focused on football. You know what I mean? He trying to get this next contract level, and that's where his focus is. Every man that I know who actually qualified based on what the women I would be hearing on Kevin Samuels would be talking about, guys all with somebody already. And one of the things that he would be making, known to them is every woman that come on here say, a man gotta make this much money. He gotta look like this. He gotta be this tall. And when you break it down, if you're looking in the black community, right, you're talking about probably 11 million dating age, 10 million dating age men, right? Only about 2% of those, which is about 200 grand, right? Only about 2% of those men make the kind of money y'all talking about. Meanwhile, you got 11 million dating age women who are all basically saying, I ain't accepting nothing but one of these 200,000 men. So you put yourself in a significantly competitive environment.
Yeah, but that's
what are you doing, right? And I think that's where things would get a little hairy.
But when we get to the point of like talking about those six figures, right? So even when he was talking about six figures, he was talking about a different class of six figures. Like you can go ahead and go work at Motiva process operator and be six figures,
right? And make
that's not the same class as somebody who work at Wall Street making those 6 and 7 figures. It's not the same. Something is a little different in class. Yeah, he can take you on expensive dates. He can do all of this, and he can shower you. Shit, he can have a wife and still pay for you. That's fine. But when you get to start jumping different classes, it's different. If I take you, I'm taking you to a gala. A nigga at the plant ain't taking you to the gala. That's not his forte. You know what I'm saying? He'll take you to an outstanding restaurant.
Man, I got
nice little club.
Go to every year, dog.
Hey, talk about you, man.
Don't be acting like we ain't.
I'm just saying though.
Call it a gala. But it ain't really no gala.
But we talking about somebody from Southeast Texas, Port Arthur, Texas. That nigga not thinking about no goddamn gala.
Hell no.
That nigga don't even know what that is really. So people who has to do that.
Gala in Sport Coats and J's.
It's different when he got six figures, but y'all the same class though. Y'all the same class. But when he in a whole different class and y'all go somewhere. And when you walk in that room and you understand, I might not belong here.
Yeah.
It's a different feel. See what I'm saying?
There are things you should know walking into this room that you
exactly. You should know how to walk, how to converse. You should know what fork is the salad fork. You should know some things, some class. So it's a little bit different. But what I'm saying, when you got low class men that make six figures spoiling you think six figures means I'm qualified for every six figures. It doesn't matter. But when you get into that room and women start tearing you apart, hey, what do you do? What's your background? And you don't really know what to say, and you can see them judging you, So it's kind of different.
you should be involved in some level of philanthropy or charity, and and you ain't gonna have none of that. You just at the crib painting your nails. You're gonna kind of look. You can't really converse with these people. You're gonna be stuck.
And you're not quick on the fly. You never been put in a situation where even if you had to lie, you can think of a very potent one real quick.
So the most likely scenario we're looking at is everybody just kind of got to learn this shit on their own.
Because
what I'm trying to foster here is the opportunity for us to get better. And I guess maybe in my mind, I'm thinking that we could do that in 5 minutes, and that ain't finna happen, right?
That's generations of work. Because
I don't think generations of work, man. I think we need to really understand, because me and Matt the same generation. We classmates.
Yeah.
So you a different generation, but you not bitter. So what I think it is, man, we have to be okay with segregating the culture. If you can't get past this way of thinking, or you can't get past your own personal trauma, you got to be over there, because you counterproductive to what we trying to do. We all done been cheated on. We all know we done all been through all that. We done had all that already. Cool, but how do we be solution focused?
Yeah.
And the solution is this: the ones who came before you been through it first. They got burned, so you didn't have to get burned. So it's no way I can sit up here and tell you, being my elder, I'm gonna do the same exact shit, but I'm gonna have a different outcome than what you did.
That's kind of what I be hearing. They really like legit, bro. And so, for me, it get a little frustrating. So I just stopped talking, because you just kind of say, okay, all right then. Because
at that point, a different era than us, because you didn't have the Instagrams and the Facebooks, and like you couldn't reach out from a computer or your phone to talk to somebody in New York or in Florida or across the planet. You didn't have that. So the women that you seen, same thing with the women. The men that they seen was only where they lived at.
Yeah.
So most of them became loyal to some man in their community. But now, since we got the social media area, everybody can see everything. They think they can go date somebody on Wall Street, but you live in goddamn Huntsville. You understand? It's a different class of people up there. Like Clee was saying. You understand me? Down here in the South, we already know the top fucking job to get you 100 racks for real is a process operator, working the plant. That's the top job. But when you go up north, they don't have no plant.
Engineering, that kind of stuff. But I mean, there are certainly other avenues. But to your point, if you on the Gulf Coast, the large conversation gonna be a plant job, right?
Plant a prison. That's
it's unfortunate, because that's really not all there is, right? But I can certainly understand where people would, believe that that's the bulk of it, right? So if you're not, but for somebody to say, well, because you're not there, you ain't shit, is wild to me. Because just because he ain't there today don't mean he won't be there tomorrow. Don't mean he won't leapfrog that and go somewhere completely different, right? Because I know the guy that I know personally who has a job anyway, because I know some people who don't, who do other things to create income for themselves, who got money, right? Mm-hmm. But they don't work. They work, but they don't work at somebody else's job, right? Person that I know who who makes the most money is an IT guy, actually.
Of course.
I wasn't aware of that until I started talking to him. And
IT just came on the scene, though, like for real, like prominent, making bread. IT just came on the scene in the last 5 to 8 years.
Yeah, I mean, whoa. And I'm like, hold up. Are you serious? Nah, don't get me wrong. To your point, he been in IT for 15 years or so, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But for the last 10 years or so, his income has grown exponentially in that field. So
the market has changed. The market changed. The market's changed. The whole climate of the culture of the economic market has changed. So an IT job really at one point was kind of like a lazy job. You kind of just sit back at a desk, do a couple of little things, and it paid you what you paid you. But now we to the point of, Matt know, because we touch the same things. When you get to the point of now, one of the biggest things to go to school for is be in cybersecurity. Because everybody's talking about digital currency, everybody talking about CBDCs, and all these countries having their own digital money. So now IT has went from something that was probably 50 to 60 to 80 to 100.
No, it's more than that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And don't get me wrong, these guys that, he's mid-management level, right, at this point in his career, but man, he making, really good engineer money, like easy. And then he work remote most of the time. And, he at the crib. I mean, he killing it. And
because all he need is Wi-Fi.
Yeah, because
he need a laptop and Wi-Fi.
Because with the rise of scamming, scammers, they scam the companies. Back in the day, they wasn't doing that. So with the rise of the internet and they started learning to scam the companies needed to beef up their internet security.
Not
just security. So it paid more if you knew how to put blocks on shit and you can really manage their company to where people don't steal from them. You get what I'm saying? So that's where people start coming up and making them 200, 300,000 in cybersecurity doing it from their crib.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Before then, all you went for real, we know. We came up and you would see a company, Walmart, whatever it was, a Motiva, whatever. Back in the day, they cybersecurity, you may know two of them. You may see two of them. It's a supervisor and a regular tech. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, shit, you got a whole department dedicated to that motherfucker, and everybody making money. Everybody living with.
They got a whole floor.
The organization that I work for was hacked in 2020. As a direct result of that, our IT team in India grew by like 800 people in a year. Exactly. They got like 1,000 people in that division now, and they do, cybersecurity weekly letters, and, they got updates, and they do these phishing simulators, and like it's a whole lot that goes into that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah, because all you need is one Trojan horse to get behind enemy lines, and your whole company go down.
Man, them people,
one virus, one virus,
man, and they had to pay like a bunch of money in Bitcoin to get their systems back, and so they didn't want to go through that no more. So they pay a pretty penny for their IT department now, but. Yeah. This guy knew all about it. And I was like, how you know? And the world ain't as big a world as you think.
Man, I don't know if y'all remember, but back in 2013, 14, when Sony gaming system was down for 6 months, that was because a 16-year-old took it down. A 16-year-old took Sony PlayStation Network down for 6 months.
And this shit, they've had movies about this shit.
Hey, right? And if I was them, I wouldn't even charge them. I wouldn't even charge that 16-year-old. I'd have gave him a job. Because if you can bring our shit down for 6 months, motherfucker, you can protect our shit for the rest of your life.
But that's why when this crypto industry started up, you remember when BitTrue and Coinbase, Matt, you remember when they was hiring people to hack their system?
Yep.
I'm going to pay you to find flaw in my system.
Yeah. So which is a good idea.
Yeah. So right now, if you got any kids that's finna graduate high school, cybersecurity is the prolific thing to go
at. Apple do that to this day. They still do that to this day. They pay people to hack their newer systems that they put on their phones. Apple does that to this day. Real shit.
And I mean, I gotta give them props because that seems like a great idea. Because rather somebody, I got some control here, right? Mm-hmm. Versus somebody getting me 3-4 days after launch, you know what I mean? And then I'm all fucked up. So, that's But yeah, man, you know, it saddens my heart sometimes when I see post and listen to podcasts. The end of the conversation for me always be, man, I'm glad I found mine. Because I wouldn't want to be out there trying to date right now in 2024, man. It's wild out there. You know, people don't appear to value people.
Nah,
the way that people used to, or at least the way that I thought people valued people. I don't think people value people that way today, or at least they don't appear to. It seems that they appear to value more what that person can do for them versus that person themselves.
But I mean, you gotta look at it, man. It's different. We are in uncharted territory, right? Because when we was all whatever in elementary and kids and elders and school teachers asked us, you know, what you want to be when you grow up, when you get your wife, how many kids you want to have. Nobody asks you, you know, how many stepkids you wanted. So with that being said, it was already understood that your nuclear family would be the end game.
Yeah.
So now we to the point where how many stepkids you wanted is now the question. So now it's like you have a woman, her kids, or a man, his kids, and there's a divide because it's like this is me and mine's, and you just an add-on. So when you get to that point, you have a mixed family in pretty much 90% of you know black people relationships, man. Because it's like
then they need to go watch the Brady Bunch and sit down. The people made that work, man.
They made that work on TV. But the thing is, we black for what I seen my uncle take care of 3 kids that wasn't his, called them his kids, they called them daddy. I didn't see another uncle, I didn't seen this person, I didn't seen it, right? But what I didn't see, I never seen a woman say this is my kids. I've never seen that until this generation. So when you get you a man, and the moment you get pissed off at that man, you got to let him know I got to do what's best for me and my kids, as if he haven't been helping you with the same kids. And since he took you on with these kids, these are our kids. No, it's not our kids. These are our kids when you doing everything I want you to do. But when I'm pissed off at you, I got to do what's best for me and my kids. You exclude it from the family.
Yeah.
So you got men that's looking at it like this is a raw deal. This is a raw deal. So it's like,
because my generation bit the bullet on that, man.
Yeah,
we saw it.
Exactly.
It happened.
Exactly.
To us. We just bite the bullet, right? Because we were told, look, real men handle their business, right? And then rah. So we just got to do it no matter what, right? And don't get me wrong. There are some adults walking around that's y'all age that fuck with me today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I had a relationship with their parent, right? With their mama or whatever, right? We didn't work out, but them children saw me trying to be a man or whatever. They still cut for me. Ain't no hard feelings on that end. But we were just told to bite the bullet. And what you saying is this generation of men saying I'm not biting that bullet.
They don't want to bite the bullet.
I ain't eating that.
Because we never
I can't be mad at them for that.
We never heard y'all complain.
Yeah.
Even if you had your internal gripes about this situation, even if that woman may have said some shit that's similar to today, y'all never let y'all sons or younger men hear you complain. So that gave us the strength to be like, okay, cool. If she got some kids, I'm not finna judge her by that. If I like her and love her like that, I'm gonna accept her and what she bring. But now you have the same older men later in age that went through trauma themselves saying, hey man, this is a raw deal.
Yeah.
And we stand on what we stand on because we was the last to sit up there and really pay attention to the way that y'all move. Not necessarily what y'all said, the way that y'all move.
Yeah.
the younger generation, the 20-year-olds, the 18-year-olds are listening to what y'all saying out of frustration.
Yeah.
What we saying out of frustration. So all they can do is go on with, hey, man, look, if these people saying that this is not worth being married, or this woman is not worthy because she has children, then they gonna play it accordingly. But the thing is, they don't understand how much guidance they need, because even though you sitting up here feeling like I don't want to deal with a woman with kids, you will make a single mother.
Right.
Which makes you part of the problem.
Right.
So if niggas wasn't being so loose with their dick and so careless with their semen, you know, we wouldn't have that problem either.
Yeah, man. I can't hate, man. I always say, man, if I ever got a divorce, and I know it'll never happen, but if I ever was on these streets again and I only have one child with my wife, first off, I ain't having no more kids. That's dead in me. That's dead. We ain't doing that. And I couldn't talk to you if you had more than one child, because all I got is one child. You get what I'm saying? And shit costs a lot. It ain't like back in the day where gas was goddamn 99 cents. Gas was $1 something. We talking gas shit in the height of shit in the summertime. Gas be down there $4. You know what I'm saying? That's just gas. You know what I'm saying? That's just gas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Mortgage around here cost. I like living $2,400. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it get pricey just for me to live my. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm filling up my truck at least twice a week.
That's $70.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that. Hey, I'm doing that twice a week.
Yeah.
I ain't even ate yet. And I gotta take care of my son. Hey, baby, look. Hey, baby.
Yeah, I smoke squares. Don't let me, you know, and I don't even drink. I can't imagine if I was trying to sip on a little something.
Yeah, you got a little vice. It's over.
What that is anyway? What you got in there? What you repping?
You know how much this costs?
What
I can't buy this if I'm taking care. I don't even know how to pronounce this shit. I just
niggas like, give me that bottle. What it is? Give me bottle. Whatever it's called. Let me get it.
Yeah.
But you can't buy this when you taking care of a whole bunch of kids and a woman. You know what I'm saying? You just can't do that.
Nigga gonna be on MD 2020 like a motherfucker. Nigga going backwards. Thunderbird.
On that chicken. Tripping.
Hey, and then look, if the kid too old, for real, you'll never get the respect you deserve by coming in and making shit easy on his moms and easy on him and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will never get the respect you deserve stepping up to the plate. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you catch the kid while they young, you can get the respect you deserve. But if the woman is standing in your way, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's my kid, and the kid is hearing this when they growing up. You ain't my daddy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, no matter what you trying to instill in them.
Okay, so when it come down to that situation, you talking about the step parenting, that jumping in there, right? Would y'all recommend it?
Like I said, I would tell people, do how many kids you got. If you ain't got no kids, bro, if I ain't have no kids and I'm dealing with a woman that got some kids, bro, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it.
No, you say that I never considered it. I certainly never consciously considered it, right? But I have one daughter.
Mm-hmm.
My wife had one daughter. I didn't think about that going in, but I do sometimes consider whether or not it would have been more or less, or, you know, however difficult if my wife had more children than she did, right? Mm-hmm. Now, when my wife and I started dating, her daughter was 9. Me and that woman have a beautiful relationship. I ain't never tried to play her daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with her mama. Mm-hmm. If I saw something, because I keep my eyes open and my head on a swivel, right? If I saw something that looked like it needed to be addressed, I would bring that to her mama, and her mama would address that if she felt like it needed to be addressed. Would I have operated that exact same way if she was a boy? I don't know. It probably would have been easier for me to have a conversation with him myself, right? And I might have ended up falling into a situation where this cat might have had to tell me one time, hey, hold up, OG, you ain't my daddy. Now, because of who and how I am and the growth and maturity that I've experienced, I got to recognize that that's the truth and take a step back. On the flip side of that, I would definitely also have to say, well, look out, my man. If I'm going to be helping take care of you, there's a modicum of respect I need you to, afford me. I won't tolerate any less, right? But there's never been an issue. I got a pop who was in that situation with a couple of boys. I don't remember him ever having an issue, right? But he ain't never, that I saw, came off to them cats like, I'm your daddy, you got what I say kind of deal. If there was an issue, that issue went, funneled back through the mom, and they took care of that. But I have seen women in recent years make statements like, that's my child, you tell him nothing. While at the same time asking this dude to pay all her bills. Yep. Baby, if I case, you need to be saying something if there's a problem here, right? Why aren't you saying anything? If I'm saying it to you and you not saying it, we can't just let it lay. It needs to be addressed. What we gonna do, right? And the guy that I'm speaking of, particularly, he just burned off.
I mean, that's really all you can do. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I didn't play stepdaddy twice. One to a little boy, second to two little girls. When they say that, once they get to the point of telling you, these are my kids, that lets you know it's you over here and it's them over there. What you choose to do outside of that,
once you
it's on you. But she just made a line in the sand. Look out. You are the only replaceable part in my life. And if you can handle letting you stay, that's on you. But if you can't and you leave, that's on you too.
Yeah, I got to move around.
That's why I would have to have a conversation before we even went that far with it. Hey, bro, like, where do I stand? Like, if I'm coming in here and I got to pay, even if I got to pay half of this shit, I'm making your life and your kid life easier. That's just what it is. No matter how you look at it, that's what it is.
But I
should have a determining fact, especially if you're raising a boy, because that boy needs to see how a man walks it, talks it, leads it. You can never do that. No matter how strong you are as a woman, no matter what your accolades are, you cannot teach him how to play in the realm of men.
And it ain't. The thing is, it's not gonna be comfortable.
It ain't.
If I come into this boy's life and this boy is 9 years old, and the only thing you know how to do is being his friend because his father wasn't there, that means I got 9 years of bad habits to undo.
Mm-hmm.
And women need to be realistic. Hey, did you make this little boy? Did you build him to the point where he's gonna be on the verge to be a respectful young man? Or did you make him your friend? Because if you made him your friend because his daddy was absent, every man that you deal with, you're telling that little boy that every man I bring to you is going to be your friend. And they don't understand how frustrating it is when I'm looking at a little boy doing the absolute wrong shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had a conversation with one of my homeboys and we talking about parenting, right? So his thing is, the gentle parenting thing, the whoop de whoop, yada yada, so on and so forth. But I'm witnessing, I'm hearing, and I'm seeing these kids are not listening to you, the biological father. When you say anything, you are having a mass debate with children about something that benefits them. So it's like, y'all don't understand. Y'all just think some kid's supposed to just do it when you say it the first time. We don't even get it. We don't even get that. I don't know about you, homie. But when my mama said something, it was law and I did it.
Man,
So I don't have to have kids to say, I don't have to have kids to say you can get your kid to do something the first time you tell them, because I did it.
Right.
Nigga, I was more scared to play with my mama than my daddy. So you can't tell me that I'm out of line for thinking that children should be able to take instructions, but they won't be able to take instructions if they got bad teachers.
People think when you say that, man, you speaking to violence.
No,
you know, and so for the people that's watching this, who may be thinking that what he's saying is, oh, my mama was gonna tap my ass. That's not how that went. I don't know what her version of discipline was. I know you were concerned. I just think
you know what I'm saying? I know I wanted to put that motherfucking PlayStation though, watch them cartoons. I know if I didn't listen, shit was getting taken away.
Yeah.
And I might have got an ass whooping with it.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I didn't get as many ass whoopings because I was more concerned about privileges being taken away. And if you're not willing to take away privileges, what do you want somebody else to come in like me with no kids?
There are without consequence, man.
Exactly. So if I know how I was raised and I know what a strong definition of a leader because of a parent, because I seen it and I follow the teachings and I understand the rules and the consequences, how do you want me to accept you with these kids and you ain't got no boundaries? These kids do whatever they want all the time. And when I come in, because part of my job is to provide structure. That does not mean to a certain extent and then you stop. As a man, I am here to protect you completely. That also means I'm here to protect you from your children when they're talking back to you.
Man, when I can't protect what I can't control.
And in the moment that you say, oh, I'm not gonna when you take that away from me, you take away, hey, don't protect me from my kids. You cannot even complain if I choose not to do such and such anymore. If I choose, because you didn't kneecap me here.
Yeah.
It's either I'm gonna do my job 100% or I'm not gonna do my job at all.
And I think with little girls, little girls need to, like, from their mothers, need to see how to conduct themselves with men.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I think with our generation, like with us having daughters and all that type of shit, we need to be teaching them. Yeah, it's all right to go get some money, go be as powerful, because it's made it to where women can be equal, or if not more, to men in the finance department. But when we talking relationship, we talking covenant, we talking building something with a man, that man will always lead you, no matter how you see yourself. When they knock on that day, when they knock on that front door, they don't ask for the woman of the house. They ask for the man of the house. Now, most men gonna say, let me holler at my wife, and we're gonna conduct ourselves to include our wife in what it is. But everybody that knocks on the door, they want the man of the house. You understand me? And a woman needs to understand the place of that.
But and I'm playing devil's advocate here, because I believe that's more of a social construct than anything, right? I don't necessarily think that's just because I believe culturally, right? We believe it's supposed to be, so that's the way we want it to operate, and doesn't necessarily work best that way. In my experience, yes. In the experience of every other successful nuclear family I've seen, yes. But I won't put a cap on it, right? And just like any woman who's operating any other way is in the wrong. But I do understand what you're saying. Certainly when it comes to child rearing, because when the shit hit the fan, you're gonna want me to get out front.
That's the fact.
You're gonna need me to get out front, because I'm the one 6'4", 210, right? I'm
you
the one with the work.
You 5'2", 160. You ain't moving nothing.
Yeah, I'm the one, with the work, right? I got to get out there. I'm not gonna want to do that for nothing.
But shit, well, check this out. I got it. Even to piggyback on that part. Why am I not allowed to say nothing to your child to correct their behavior, but I'm allowed to beat up his baby daddy.
You know,
why can I beat up this child's father, but I can't tell him shit? And I can beat him up in front of the child. I can whoop him in front of the child.
Man, where you came up with that from?
Hey, that happens in our generation, bro. That's what women be.
Hey, man.
My baby daddy ain't shit. Go whoop that nigga.
Think about it.
Expecting you to go catch a bullet for and they kids to watch, bro. This shit weird, bro.
I can whoop this nigga in the front yard in front of his child, but I can't correct him. Come skinny, man.
Real shit.
He ain't taking care of business no way. Put them things on his ass.
Hey, man, you know what's crazy, bro? Like, I had this conversation with my wife. I'm so much of a real nigga, bro. Like, if me and my wife ever got divorced and shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit happened. And I'm dating a woman with a child, and she got this motherfucker on child support. I'm telling her to take it off. We don't need that bread. He needed more than we do, because when the child go over there, he need extra bread. You understand me? And if the woman couldn't take him off child support, I gotta go. Obviously, because I'm looking at it like you don't believe in me as much as you said you did. Because if you believe in me, we're gonna be straight without that money regardless. Whatever I say we're gonna be straight with, you should roll with that.
I wanted that money. I won't.
No, I don't want that.
No,
I'm a real nigga. I don't want none of that.
My stepdaughter's father's been active, right? You know, in her life. This cat, he far from a deadbeat. You know what I mean? That's his only child. My daughter's my only child. You know, the dude, right? There were things that I wouldn't try to involve myself in because I felt like that was him and her thing, right? Like my stepdaughter played golf.
Yeah.
Well, for a long time, he was a golf coach, you know, and I felt like, well, that's their thing. I don't want to get or even appear to be getting in the middle, right?
Yeah.
I want to be over there, you know, looking. I don't need her looking at me. She needs to be looking at it, you know, because I don't want him to feel no kind of way. Now, me and this dude ain't never had, you know, two bad words to say to each other about nothing, right? I've never had to have a conversation with him about anything, aside from saying, you know, what's up? You know, when we packed up to take her to college, you know, we had a conversation about how we was going to do that. But it's never been like me and him ain't had to never discuss nothing. If I felt like something was off or something needed to be said, again, I tell that to my wife. She tell that to him. They, you know, and the conversation went that way because I did the best I could to stay out of the way, while at the same time making sure my wife understood, hey, listen, these are where the boundaries are, right? Can't nothing in the world cross these boundaries for me. If I feel like you okay with letting something slide, I'm going to address that with you. If you don't correct it, I'm going to just get on. Do you understand? She understood. Like I say, we ain't never had a problem, right? But I think that's a very valid question he asked, though. Because, like, you know, why is it check this dude, but not this kid?
That's real shit. Like, for me, I'd have gave him his money back, like I said, though. You know what I'm saying? I'd have told her, hey, because, like you said, he wasn't no dead. Now, if he a deadbeat, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you good.
If he was a deadbeat, then yeah, take child support from the nigga. I believe all deadbeats need the max on them niggas because it ain't cheap taking care of no child.
Word.
But if he there and you know he gonna be there, like, hey, bro, we need this and all that type of shit, and he gonna follow through with this shit, bro, we don't need to be on child support. Go live your life. Just now, like you said, he was there. You know what I'm saying? Just for the golf shit.
If she would have said, you know, well, look, you know, you here, we good. I don't need his money. I would have said, okay, right? Yeah. But I definitely didn't go tell her, no, don't take the money or give him his money back. I didn't say nothing. Because my mind said we can always.
Because you left it as her situation. You left it with her situation.
Yeah. I mean, because what you saying, Matt, that's if, okay, boom, you done married this chick, you in it for the long ride, ain't no breaking up. This is what it is. But you got to look at it. If y'all don't make it, she can't just be swapping him in and out of child support.
That's true. That's true, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like
with the new laws in Texas, if you put him on, you put him on. If you take him off, he off.
Yeah, but I feel like this here. If I'm gonna marry a woman, just like my wife, man, I'm gonna put you on the best hustle you ever made in your life. Because I understand the statistics out here. Most men die before they wives. That's just a fact in this shit.
Yeah.
Most of us die before our wife.
Wow. So, I don't eat right.
But I think
So look, so with that, I'm looking at it like I don't want to be taking care of everything, and then when I pass away, you depending on our kids or you depending on SSI to take care of yourself. No, you need to have a degree in something. You need to go do something and all that because we didn't seen it. Niggas then woke up and said, look, I want out this marriage. And had their wife and their son back in hell living in the hood and shit. I don't want that for a woman I said I love that had kids for me.
Yeah.
You understand me? No matter what we did, you can been and cheated on me. You understand? My son or my kids still got to live with you, man. I don't want my kids in the slums. I don't want to come picking up my kids and I'm living great on this end and you living in the hellhole.
And with respect to that, I may have thought differently of it had I met and married my wife a lot younger, right? We were 35 when we started dating, when we started talking. My wife, was an established educator for 6-7 years already prior to that. And, I ain't gonna say my wife come from money.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say there were no financial burdens necessarily on her when we met, right? So if I could, like I said at the start of our conversation, I could walk away today or tomorrow and she'll be fine. She would have been fine from the first day we start talking. So what I made or didn't make never played into our conversation, except in my mind, because I want to be a provider, right?
Exactly.
But there were never any stipulations or demands placed on me by her. What my wife wanted was somebody that was going to love her and her daughter the way she wanted her and her daughter to be loved. And as long as I fulfill that particular promise, a lot of that other stuff, I don't think she really cares about. Now, I still kick myself, because I ain't got it to where, my wife ain't driving that Range Rover I want her to be driving. She drives a Hyundai. Well, I mean, we passed down the road.
Man.
I could tell she won't. I don't know that she wants one, but I know she like them because she don't be looking at other stuff like that.
Well, it's time to bite the bullet, Los. Hey, it's time to bite the bullet, Los.
Man,
look, get it a range.
Whatever your habit is, get up.
Y'all don't
get the range.
Sound like she been a good woman for as long as she need to. And
y'all don't be listening to what I be trying to tell y'all. This like
go get the range, man. Go get that woman in range.
Look, man. Hey, man.
Hey, when your anniversary, Los?
Hey, let me tell you something, Los. If she buy her stuff that range, it's gonna drive a certain way. But if she buy her that range, it's gonna drive another way. Yeah.
Hey, when y'all anniversary?
That's all I'm saying.
July.
Oh, you got time, baby. You got time, baby. You got time.
Man, look,
and you been knowing she wants this range for a couple of years.
I just seen you smoke a cigarette. Give up them cigarettes.
Y'all gonna have me out here.
And you good.
Y'all gonna have me out here down bad.
No, man, you're gonna be good. It's gonna work out because you gotta realize, hey, your woman a good woman. So wherever you lack, she gonna pick up.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You just gotta get the range to the house.
Yeah, you gotta get it to the house. All the details.
You just gotta get it to the house.
Down get that boy to the crib, my man.
That's it. She ain't tripping on none of that by no bill. Don't worry, you get that range to the house, man.
The rest gonna be all right. You gonna figure it out. You know what's fucked up, man? That's the truth, though.
Carvana to the house, man.
If people don't think like that, but that be the truth, dog. It's because she ain't gonna leave because you couldn't afford the motherfucker.
If she buy it herself, it ain't gonna drive it smooth as they said it would.
Yeah.
But if you drive it, it's gonna be gliding on clouds.
Boy, them boys to kick me in my ass. I knew I shouldn't have got on this goddamn podcast.
That range, man.
Man, I'm gonna be looking at my 401k, scratching my motherfucking head tomorrow.
Hey, you ain't gotta grab it all out of there. Just call around. Hey, man, what I gotta put down to get it on the lot?
Hey, man.
You ain't gotta grab it all out of there.
You win a couple prize picks, you're gonna be all right.
Hey, 7,000. Hey, 7,000 may pull it off the lot for you, baby.
Man, oh man.
Hey, at 700 to know, y'all be straight.
Shit. H-Town look like they trying to put a little something over tonight.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you.
Yeah, H-Town doing their thing.
You know
but yeah, I think, you know,
now.
in the realm of personal relationships, though, man, I think a lot of people, like we started off saying earlier, man, they see, they hear stuff. What I try not to do is personalize that stuff. I ain't gonna go listen to some bitter women on a podcast and bring that shit back to my wife. You know what I'm saying? And I think what I be seeing a lot of times is people will see or hear something, and then they bring that back to their person. And it's like, hey, man, everybody kind of the same, but we all different. You know, your person ain't that dude you was listening to on the podcast. Don't put that on him. My man, don't put that on your woman. You and her relationship is you and her relationship. Y'all work that out. And I appreciate, like I say, the way Simone Biles handled that situation, because she like, look, we working this out over here. We good. You know, and whether they be still together 40 years from now or not, ain't really our business. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, she got the end game because she pursued the end game.
Yeah.
So if you ain't never had the end game, shut up.
Yeah. You really trying to tell her nothing. No,
because I really don't care.
Because she where you ultimately want to be.
For me, when it comes down to this quote unquote, he the prize, she the prize. You only the prize based on what you are providing that's worth being the prize. So if you if you can do X, Y, and Z, but I don't need X, Y, and Z,
right?
I don't need that as a prize.
I need A and B, and you ain't got it.
You got
that's what I'm saying.
I can't use, because at
that's
the end
what
of
I
the day,
was saying early on. It's some people that I could go to with my little income and be king, right? Mm-hmm. That shit didn't do nothing for my wife. That don't move her. You know what I'm saying? She's like, that. I wish I would have went to that woman trying to talk out my pocket. You know what I'm saying? You know, man,
you wouldn't be sitting up.
You say your little shout.
You know, the Cleveland, when we met, I had that little Mercedes, that little coupe or whatever. Mm-hmm. I was scared to even drive it to the date. Because you know what I'm saying? Man, come on. I mean, I knew better, you know? So.
Hey, but that's why I say.
Your value's in that person. Whether or not you the prize is totally up to them.
But that shows you wasn't the pay-to-play nigga.
Yeah, because I ain't want her thinking that.
You would have
ain't got it.
Mercedes.
And even if I got it, I ain't gonna.
And then she would have told you ain't making as much noise as you think with that little Mercedes.
Yeah, you know, it's like might be PA clean, nigga. You ain't around here. You ain't around here. My shit was a 350. My shit wasn't even no 550. My shit was a 350.
Hey, you say, nigga, you PA clean. You ain't used to clean.
You know. And on top of that, man, you know, when you bring that foreign to America for 7-8 years, nigga, it's now citizenship, nigga. That ain't a foreign.
Square business.
Ain't foreign no more. That's America. Oh, you just brought over here.
Oh man.
Oh, but
so, yeah, man.
So, man, I think what else we got on this agenda here, man?
Man, I know you got to have a lot on the recap. It's some shit went on in 23.
It's a lot, man. I mean, we can get through it real quick. You had the Simone Biles, you had the Cheesecake Factory chick. Say, man.
It was all a prank. That's what
but it was fake. I could tell it was fake. I knew it was fake. You know what I'm saying? When they did the interview together, that was fake. It's like, man, you're not finna disrespect me and I go do an interview with you, man. That ain't how shit rolls. Especially him being another ethnicity. Man, them people don't play with their women like that, dog.
The problem that I have with that, though, is there were people who took that for real.
Yeah, but they gonna always take it for real. But look, the people that's taking it for real don't even go on dates for real. They stuck in out. Nobody take them nowhere.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact
come
that
through with a couple of backwoods and a bottle at his own.
But I think but when it come down to that, on the Cheesecake Factory type shit, or where you can take me, or where you can't take me, that lets you right now, man. Don't even be mad at that shit. We don't need to make 700 podcasts about that shit. This woman just weeded herself out for even being qualified, man. Take it for what it is and keep it moving. If I can't take you somewhere, we supposed to be getting to know each other. If I can't take you nowhere, unless it's up for here, it ain't about me getting to know you anyway. Or you getting to know me anyway.
It's about the show.
Exactly. You want to do it for the gram. You want to take a couple snaps. Hey, I go here, I go there to add to your personal resume for the next nigga who don't act right. This is what you worth. I'm not a part of your circus.
Yeah.
So if my first date is somewhere to go sit down and talk to you and be able to talk to you, I can't talk to you at a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like we really can't talk at a restaurant like talking about it, because you're not gonna order what you want to order. You're not gonna eat the way that you want to eat. You're gonna eat a little bit and take something to go.
Right.
So it's really just based on, man, if this person genuinely trying to get to know you, or she trying to scam a date. If this man trying to get to know you, or he just trying to pay for some ass. You just got to know what it is. But the less you put yourself in that situation, the less you lose. You know, we know that we got niggas. Hey, if I take you here, I'm expecting something.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? We got women that, hey, if you want to get something, you need to at least start taking me here. So it's the same thing on both things, man. But it's like, be real about it. If you're looking for a relationship, that's when you should be dating. If you ain't looking for a relationship, leave it alone.
Word is bomb. And that's the realism I think I was trying to get to earlier. I think that would solve a lot of what I see, or what I consider to be the problems, right? If everybody just kept it 100.
Yeah, stop letting let me take you out on a date be the polite way of let me have sex with you. Let's just get rid of that. Let's just get rid of it. You want sex? Tell that woman, look at I like you and I want you, and see what happens. The worst thing she can say is no.
Or the hard way. The choice is yours.
You know what I'm saying? The worst thing.
Oh! I see. You choosing the hard way.
You choosing the hard way. Okay. They get that Tom.
Yeah. But yeah, and I like, for real though, what you trying to do? You know, what's on your mind? What's your agenda here? You know, what's your end game?
Man up, dog. If you, man, most niggas will be willing to pull a pistol and fire on a nigga before they'll tell a female, hey man, I just want to hit.
And like, that was my hook. I don't know, you know, like that, but that's how I was taught.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't be beating around the bush, fam. What I was told as a youngster from cats that I thought are considered player, right? What them dudes told me is, look, man, that little girl knew 5 minutes after she seen you whether or not she liked you.
Exactly. She knew she was gonna get down.
Go over there, run your mouth. You know what I mean? Tell her what's up. If she say no, walk off. She was lying, she gonna follow you. And that's kind of the story of my life, right? I'm gonna, you know, like, hey, what's up? You know, well, what's up? What's up? Shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit, what's up?
Since you mentioned that, man, I talked to a couple females, like they was like younger, like the 24, 25-year-old range. So apparently for them, when it come down to turning a man down of today, is damn near for them like a life or death situation.
Man,
niggas are not gracefully being turned down and going on about their business. So that's a whole problem in itself, to where a woman feel like regardless of what man come to her, she has to at least entertain them a little bit before shit get too crazy. So what I don't even know where that shit come from, man.
Man, I want to say this, but I don't want to taint your podcast with my bullshit.
Man, talk your shit.
It's because these niggas was raised by their mamas.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Damn.
They ain't got no emotional intelligence, man. They feelings is ruling.
So all that, yes, you can do what you want. I'm supplementing.
Yeah,
not
they
being
feel
here
entitled, man.
is the reason why you can't even accept a woman who look like something turning you down.
You say, what's up, man? Give me your phone number. She smack her lips. Go on about your fucking business. That's what it means, bro. You take that, you and your boys, you get a little ribbon out of the... Look, man, I'm going to say this shit because it happened. Fuck it, it is what it is. We still laugh about the shit today. Me and my boys in Louisiana, we in a club, right? Chick sitting at the bar. My boys say, man, no girl, jazzing in the motherfucker. I say, you going holler fool? He said, oh, yeah, I'm going over there. So, you know, I noticed it, right? And again, I'm the world's greatest wingman. So I walk over with him. He get over there.
World's greatest. Nigga.
He say, yeah, what's up, blah, blah, blah. He said something to that woman. Oh, girl, looked at that nigga, looked him up and down and said, man, go on about your business. Man, we cried laughing.
Damn.
That was one of the coldest shoot downs I ever seen him get.
Oh, man.
But that's what it is, man. You got shot down. Take that shit and walk it off. You know? You got to take that and walk it off, man. What's with all that, oh, bitch, fuck you, and what the fuck is wrong with you?
Niggas ain't got fathers.
I think
that's what it is, bro.
That shit wild, dog. Like in 2024, we should be able to be turned down, and that woman don't feel like her life is in jeopardy, because that shit is crazy.
Dog, I'm telling y'all.
You know what I think?
Not only am I the world's greatest wingman, but I was the least likely in my crew to get on. I'm finna holler at 100 women in the club. I'm gonna get by 3 numbers. I had to take 97 rejections to get to 3 numbers. Now I'm still considered player because I got 3 numbers.
Yeah, because you got to realize in that era though, all of us had to walk up on women to talk to them. In this era, they all talk on their phone, so they think they being entertained by a woman. Yeah, so every woman like me, and I shoot that.
Every nigga think he funny on Facebook. He think he real life because he's stealing shit.
Yeah, hey, that's real shit. So now in real life,
no personality in person.
Yeah, they trying to, you know what I'm saying, use what they knew online to talk to somebody, and women ain't going for it. So now they like, well, bitch, you all this shit here, or they want to beat the girl up and all that. Come on, bro.
Man, that's insane. What the?
I'm from an era where niggas was getting turned down left and right.
Yeah, man, you finna.
Nigga, what? Nigga, you finna take them no's because all you need is one yes.
Yeah.
Nigga, I need one yes. What the fuck are you talking about? You say no. The bad one in the clique, she coming in with at least 4 or 5. One of them ain't getting no play.
I'm telling you
what it is.
I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm standing around and I'm paying attention. Oh, she feeling some kind of way. Shit, that's me right now. What's up? You all right? How you doing? Yo, I see you. Yeah, I see you, girl.
Cheerleader. That's who it is. The one that ain't doing the dancing and getting the attention, but the one that's hyping them up, she the one that's lonely.
And I'm probably gonna be the first one to hit.
That's a fact. Hey, it ain't no problem to that. You gonna be the first one.
Ladies, I don't mean y'all no disrespect. I'm just saying what it is. If you know me on this podcast, you already know what time it is. So don't be acting like, you know what I'm saying? Hey. Time it is. But for real,
that ain't no bullshit. You gonna be the first one because your girl is the easier one.
The crazy part about it though, the one that's not getting all that attention, that is the one most likely to be taken seriously.
Man, she laying dead to get in there and put in work.
Yep.
She gotta have something beneath the surface, balling, bubbling, waiting to come up. You know what I mean?
And I'm that nigga to bring it out of her.
Man. Man. But the idea that I'm gonna go over there, say, hey, how you doing? Let me get your phone number. She say no, and I'm gonna start, and tripping with her. But man, I ain't bullshitting. My stepdaughter told me the same thing, man. Because she got a little crew they out or whatever, and they be careful how they say no.
Yeah, you got to.
And I wanted to say, man, fuck that nigga. You tell him, but like you said, it's dangerous, man.
Niggas will start shooting at them.
Yeah, they got a lot of these days and say they got boyfriends. Or I didn't see women
at the women out.
Yeah, but I didn't see women go as far as to wear a ring on their wedding finger.
Mm-hmm. Or say they
that's
gay.
Wild, bro.
Say they gay and they homegirl is their partner.
Yeah, but
shit.
That's what it is, man. That's what I believe it is. Man. These cats they've been raised by women.
Yeah, and they ain't who they say they are.
Just being led by
a real player. No, I ain't gonna get all the bad ones. I'm gonna get turned down a lot. But I'm gonna still shoot my shot.
Worst case scenario, I'm gonna walk out of here with a 6.
Yeah,
but I'm walking out with
a real player. Know that though.
So
you know what I'm saying, me? But
the reason I got a 9, and I say a 9, you know, she was. She was dimed up when we got together, but we both got older, whatever the case. The reason I got a 9 because I ain't hollering number 9s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna get what I want because I'm not going after nothing I don't want. But that was part of your earlier conversation. If people would be honest with themselves about what they're looking for and go into the conversation like that, they would be more apt to get what they want and be where they want to be. Man, folks, it's kind of accepting whatever and then being mad about it.
Yeah.
Why? When you could have set the stage, you could have set the boundaries right off the bat and said, look, my man, you can't really step to me unless you here, because this is all I'm going to accept. And then if he really want to step to you, then he gonna move his game up and he gonna get there.
But imagine if all the women was like that. If all the women was stepping on, you had to be here, and then it go 5-10 years of niggas not getting no play. You ain't got no choice but to level up.
Word.
You ain't got no choice. So it's like really women got way more power than they believe they have beyond this sex thing. If you want niggas to level up for real, but y'all gotta stay as a collective. The thing is, y'all sit off here and run this feminism shit, but you know if that nigga providing, you will fuck her husband.
That's fucked up too. But yeah,
it don't work like that.
Yeah.
If y'all want to overall change, y'all got to stand on something, and what you standing on got to be realistic.
Man, I bullshit you not. And this was long time ago, long time ago. Before I got married, before I got with my wife, whatever, right? Because I don't do the stepping out thing. It just, I don't know. Sometimes I tell myself I'm old, whatever the case may be. But I think it's just because I got what I want at the house, right? But
yeah, you outgrew the shit though. As a man,
I'm talking to this chick, man, and I'm like, yeah, blah blah blah, and this chick said, well, whatever, motherfucker gonna do, because I know my pussy good. And man, niggas buying pussy off this and that.
All day.
All day. What does that even mean to you? What does that mean to you? Because you ain't with nobody. You talking to me, right? You got 3 kids with 2 baby daddies. Nice. Wasn't good enough for them to hang around. And then, well, now I left them. Well, why you left them? She left them because they cheated. Why they cheated if your coochie so good? I ain't never had no bad coochie. I'm sorry. I haven't. Ever. So I'm asking her, like, what we talking about? Really? And she didn't necessarily have an answer for that. So my suggestion to her was, you might want to consider some other things. Because that same thing with some dude talking about I got this much money. I can pay your bill. There's a bunch of cats out there paying bills. What else you got?
Shit, to be honest with you, if we gonna be completely honest about this shit, most of these niggas that y'all complain about ain't paying them bills because that nigga just moved in with you and you own housing. You ain't got much bills to pay.
That's a whole nother conversation.
So
rent $8
for real.
You talk about
we can't talk. Matter of fact, in 2024, that's the new criteria. If that nigga can't make you give up housing, nigga, what you talking to him for? You don't believe in that nigga.
Boy, you finna have some of these women out there ass.
You can't believe in that nigga. You can't believe in it.
But you can't really. You ain't
but you know you can't believe in them because there's not too many stand-up men who's just 100% okay with I'ma just move in with you.
Yeah.
I'ma just move in. We ain't had no real conversation about us moving in, what we moving in for, what we going in towards the future. It's just I'm in a bad living situation. You own housing, you not paying no rent. I'ma grab my clothes and just come over here. And like I said before, niggas don't really even have grown folk conversation. The people we talking about, they don't have no grown folk conversation. That nigga just spend the night and don't leave.
That's bro. You was young, but I did that shit a couple of times. I'm me. I just didn't leave. I'm moving clothes, man. I'm moving clothes back and forth. Y'all talking about shit, man. I'm saying I ain't want to be on the couch at my mama house. You understand me? Clothes back and forth. That shit was, but boy, I wasn't shit. I was trash like.
Oh man. Oh man.
Skinny man. Tell me this shit just fell out your pocket.
Say, I got a call I gotta take. Can I jump back on if I jump off?
Yeah. But shit, I think we about to roll. What we at? Hour 45. We might be on here maybe 15 more minutes.
Okay.
Man,
it was so good kicking it with you boys, man. Thank y'all for having me on, man.
Right on. It's a pleasure, man. Every time.
I'm talk. Your boy went from almost nothing to almost something, man.
Almost something.
All
right. Get that range, player.
Word.
Get that range, man.
Well, oh Lord, I'm gonna post a picture on Facebook what I do.
Swear to God, Jimmy. Swear to God.
Say, man. What's his name? Say, Victor Newman, freeze. Nigga talking about you with the wrong female, bro. Nigga, this ain't my life. You niggas got female problems. What you think you talking to, nigga? You tripping. I be talking. See, that be the thing with this podcast shit, right? I be talking to motherfuckers and they be giving me they heart and they trauma and all this over here. And I come over here to speak for them. Nigga, this ain't my problem, bro.
At all.
I ain't never had a problem with a woman respecting me. I ain't never had a problem with kids respecting me or listening to my authority. I ain't got these problems. I'm speaking for the lesser of us. So no, it ain't no you picking the wrong females, bro. I step a little bit different. But
life.
Nigga, tripping, nigga. I don't need this.
As they can see, I don't live on my knees.
It's like I don't live on my knees at all, nigga. Hey, nigga, ain't nobody picking the wrong females, nigga. I'm over here sharing stories from real live conversations I done had with people. It's easy when you sitting up here just like, oh, nah, you picking the wrong shit. Then when you get out here in this field, you start hearing people horror stories. See, that's why really and truly I'm about ready to change the direction of the podcast because these niggas want you to be the forefront of their trauma, but they don't want to even admit they feel this way. Man, fuck y'all niggas. Y'all got me looking like I hate women. I ain't got a problem with them. They love me. What are you talking about?
I wanted to answer Grant Bazille shit too when she
that nigga was supposed to be. How this nigga he supposed to be on? He was supposed to be on. How the fuck you not be on but making comments?
Who, Grant?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, man, look. And you're right. We did make a mistake with getting out of the service business. But you got to also realize we can't fund it by ourselves. The government funded all the rest of that shit. Yeah, the Latinos, the fucking Asian community, they funded them to get them buildings to start their companies and making food and all that type of shit there. You understand me? Back in the day, because all that shit was back in the day, and then, you know, they elevated to now. They start making that money to now. But back in the day, all that shit came from the government. And if you look back in the day, it was maybe one or two mom and pop shops that was black owned. You understand me? And they started that, you know what I'm saying, gripping and grinding from the ground, scratching and clawing. You understand me? In hopes that the community liked their food to get their business off the ground. It wasn't going to the bank, getting a 100 rack loan, starting your business up with 40,000 of that and having that cushion. You get what I'm saying? Like the rest of everybody get to enjoy. Same thing with the gas station business. You understand me? Because I live in a prominent neighborhood, bro. Don't no fucking Arabians own the gas stoves where I live at. That's real shit,
bro.
No Arabian own no gas station where I'm at. It's all white fuck.
Bro, this is what it is, bro. And that goes to we can't afford to separate as a culture of people. Yes, we can. Y'all just don't be wanting to leave niggas behind. And this is
everybody can't go.
This is the reason you niggas ain't getting nowhere, because you niggas is locked to a ball and chain. If a nigga want to sit up there and stay in the hood his whole life, he a ball and chain. You not finna convince him no otherwise. You got a bunch of niggas sit up here, nigga from Texas. You got a bunch of niggas from Texas over here doing Chicago politics. Texas used to be the get money state. We have our own trends that niggas jacked from other cultures. Now we trying to be like them. So yeah, we can afford to leave some people behind, because you got to. You got to leave some people behind. Everybody can't go because everybody don't want to go. And if you trying to get 100% cooperation, you're not going to get it. But if you get 10 to 30% and that 10 to 30% go off to do something more prominent, then that's just what it is. That's just what it is, bro. You got to leave some people behind. And that's the problem with our culture there. We don't want to leave nobody behind. Everybody ain't come from no inheritance. We all got it out the mud for the most part.
And I think they thinking on like leaving behind forever. It ain't forever. When they get their shit together,
when they grow up, when them niggas grow up,
yeah, when you get your shit together, you start stepping right. You can join the pack. It ain't like you exiled forever. Mm-hmm. That's what white people do. That's what Asian people do. If you're not following the curriculum of the family and the bloodline to go do what they do, they let you do it by yourself. Now, if you just so happen to be successful in that, they welcome you back in with open arms. But more oftentimes than not, most people not. And then they come back and they follow the family routine, whatever that is. And
exactly. Because
people don't do that.
Bro, you trying to convince 42 million people to get on the same page. You ain't gonna never make no progress. You're gonna sit still. It just is what it is. And then in reality, black people don't read enough. We don't know about laws enough. We don't know about what we entitled to enough. Shit, we don't even know our heritage enough. So you don't even know what's already in law for you to get.
And because you know better. Like I tell people, man, just look around. Most black people live in the hood. Everywhere in this country, most black people live in a hood. It ain't no neighborhood, white picket fences, big ass houses. It ain't that. Most people live in or around the hood. That's a fact. And most people are followers. That's just how this life gonna forever work.
Exactly.
Most people are followers. They are what they see. So if you are born into a family and all your family is educated and teachers and lawyers and all these type of things, odds is you gonna grow up to be a teacher, a lawyer, not something.
And but your people gonna reject you. And the niggas from the hood gonna reject you. That's the problem. We let the lower tier black people feel like they have any type of rights to reject upper tier black people. Nigga, you can't, bro. The weakest shit that black people ever did was turn somebody's apartment complex into their hood. That shit weak.
And what's crazy is all hoods, the person that own the building be white. The person that really own that street that you talking, that you claiming and all this
white, shit. Middle Eastern. And he ain't tripping that you fucking it up. He ain't tripping that you fucking it up because every year he raising the rent. But you don't notice the raise of the rent because it's government funded.
And most of the time it's government funded.
Exactly. The government
and the ones that's not government funded, you better believe it's gonna be more white people and upper class Mexican people and upper class black.
So if niggas want to
pay at a price where most people of the hood can't afford it.
Man, if you a woman on housing and you got food stamps, man, don't let these niggas come live with you. Them niggas need to be trying to take you out the hood instead of you get them niggas a place to stay. If you got food stamps and housing, that's for you and your child. Whatever you did in the past to have to get on that shit is null and void. No grown ass man should be grabbing his motherfucking PlayStation and clothes, moving in with you, and you struggling. Because guess what? He gonna feel like, well, shit, we ain't got no bills, so we good. That nigga ain't gonna never elevate. Man, fuck that nigga.
Bro.
And that's why it be easy for niggas like me to run in y'all bitches. She don't even want to live. She don't even want to live with me. She just like the fact that I got my own, and she give up that pussy.
And that, hey,
and
I wouldn't even be fucking her, man.
I'm gonna do it every time.
Hey, I wouldn't even.
She's stressing and she need a release. I'm gonna do it every time.
Hey, my dick is worth more than somebody on Section 8, man.
I feel you.
That's just real, man. At this point in my life. Back in the day, I'd have did my thing to you. I'd have did what I was supposed to do.
I'm gonna do you down. I'm gonna do you.
You understand me? But this point in my life, man, I'm asking what the fuck you do for a living, all that shit.
And say, look,
you ain't up to tier to what I think you.
Hey, sometimes I'm still a humanitarian.
Fuck that.
Sometimes I understand you need that release. Sometime I got you. I
don't eat regular steaks no more. You understand me? I don't eat that thin ass steak from Denny's, man. You understand? I eat that $60 one.
So you know how long you know how long it been since I warmed up a pizza roll, nigga.
Hey, you understand me? I don't eat rolls, man. I don't eat leftovers. I don't do that. You understand me? They know me, man. They know me. I don't eat leftovers. I left all that where it's supposed to be.
Man, this nigga Willie done pop in. He done popped in. I don't know if he been watching or he just popped in, but nigga, we are hour and 56 in. You done missed the whole convo. I hope that nigga caught the whole combo. If he ain't, he can rewatch it. Man, anything, last thing, man, we're gonna get up out of here. Man, what you got to say to the younger generation, the young men, the 20-year-olds that really don't understand we know what the fuck we talking about? Matter of fact, we the best generation to know what we talking about because we seen them all do it wrong.
Everybody. We seen everybody do it wrong. Yeah.
We see the older generation that went about it the wrong way. And we are the generation that's really making more money. So we are in that sweet spot of making more money, knowing more about technology and economics. So, I mean, if we got something to say, well, you got something to say to the younger youth that they may take heed to? Man, or they can benefit from?
If you young for real, like, and what I mean by young is you 24 and under, and you ain't making no bread yet, like you started your journey, try to find your woman or your man before you start making some money. For real. Because it's hard to find somebody and you making a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? And
yeah, you ain't gonna trust nobody.
Yeah, you ain't gonna trust nobody. When you single, you making 70,000, 80,000, bro, like you get to looking at people weird. Like, because you can do some shit. You can really will some shit. You understand me? So are they there for you or some money? You can't really decipher that when you already making it. But if you find somebody on your journey before you get there, like that's when you build it. Like, are they there for you? Are they, you know what I'm saying? They there for what you can produce. When you broke, all I can produce is my dreams and being solid to you. And they can withstand that, then that's the woman you marry. Because everything else is just going in hands when you start getting shit and living y'all lives together and all that. But if you already got all that shit before, hey, it's tough sledding out here, bro.
So it's gonna be hard to trust them.
Man, it's gonna be hard.
And that's coming from a married man. That man married like a motherfucker.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? And that's
he ain't got one kid by his wife, boy.
That's even with meeting a woman. She ain't got no kids. You already got your life together. You don't know what she on. You don't know how she gonna be when y'all had that kid. You don't know. You don't know if she gonna want out this shit and take half the shit you done built. You don't know all that, and she don't deserve it. I'm a proponent of if my wife wanted to leave today, you can have all this shit because you helped me build it. I built it in your image anyway. So, but if I was marrying a woman today, if it ain't no strong prenup involved, but you get nothing at all because you don't get nothing that you didn't put into our situation, then I wouldn't do it.
It's called growing pains. That's the problem. We keep on switching partners and ain't getting no growing pains. See, before you sit up here and decide that you're gonna rock with this female, you're gonna marry this female, man, you already done seen enough from her to let you know. And some of the things you need to ask is this woman bedpan ready? If you got in an accident and you was completely disabled, paralyzed from the neck down, is she bedpan ready? Is she gonna stay there until the end, to the last day? Or she gonna be like, nah, I ain't signing up for this, and she gonna move around? See, y'all thinking about, y'all looking for females who got some jazziness to them, who everybody want but can't touch, and all this other shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But what about your health, nigga? Can she take care of you, nigga, when your health is down? Do she have the patience for that? Or is everything you give me and then I'm gonna give you? If you don't give me, I ain't giving you shit. So it's like when you sit around here and you just really think that, hey, I'm just gonna pick a bad motherfucker and then I'm gonna tame her in the middle of the relationship. Man, you not finna tame that woman. That woman grown as fuck. You grown as fuck. She can't tame you and you can't tame her. But the difference is when you find somebody that's worth it, you do things organically without even being asked to. She know it's gonna be hard. But guess what? My husband is disabled. I'm not leaving my husband until his dying day. So if I gotta be bedpan ready, I'm bedpan ready. If I gotta make sure everything go afloat, I go afloat. If he paralyzed from the neck down and he can still speak, when he speak and give me the directions to finish running this house, because he was the one that was running it and I was at the house and he made life easy for me, it's my turn to run the house. It is what it is.
And everybody not built for that.
Everybody ain't built for that type of shit. Nigga, is you bedpan ready, nigga? She might be paralyzed. You gonna wipe her ass for the rest of her life? Is you good for that? So before you even start dating, motherfucker, you need to know worst case scenario, nigga. Let's live worst case scenario first. Mm-hmm. If these kids ain't my kids and she become paralyzed, am I willing to take care of these kids for a time, even though they not mine, and take care of her? Let's just be realistic. Is you built for that? If you ain't built for that, nigga, stay single. If you ain't built for that, don't put another child in this woman. If she was struggling when you got there, and you know you couldn't keep her from struggling, you can only add to her struggle. Why are you putting the baby in? Because she'll give you a baby because she love you. But nigga, you will be the one stressed out knowing you can't take care of the baby.
That's a fact. My biggest thing was I can't have no baby when I'm in the apartment. And I was living good in the apartment. Making some bread while I was in my apartment.
Crazy, because that was my thing. I can't have no baby in no apartment, and I can't get married in no apartment.
Can't do it.
Ain't do it. I can't, even if my Now
I can marry you while I'm in the apartment. I can do that.
I can't do it.
You know why? Because if you love our situation at our lowest, because we all know the facts. The truth of the matter is men are at their strongest when they marry. When they got a good woman beside them, you will reach your financial peak at your strongest when you marry. But no matter how much money you make when you single, when you hit your peak, a woman will be near you.
But niggas don't understand the reason that you at your strongest, because your desire to not fail is at its strongest when you have somebody taking care of you. Like if you have to take care of a woman and child, like it's easy when you boyfriend and girlfriend, that shit is like 30%. But when you decide that you finna marry this woman and put a kid in her, if you ain't got that desire to take care of this whole shit and have this shit rolling, whether she helping you or not, but you leading the whole operation, if you ain't that type of nigga, bro, you ain't ready for no relationship, you ain't ready for marriage, you ain't even ready for kids. And that's what the problem is. Niggas come in that bitch lying like a motherfucker. They listen to what the women say they trauma stories is, and they be like, well, shit, all I gotta do is be 10% better than what she used to, and then I can sit back and not do no more. And if you reach them type of niggas, bro, they not worth even dealing with.
And I think niggas don't tell these young niggas the truth about this shit. Like having a baby young destroys you.
Nigga.
That's just a fact. That's a fact of everything in life. You have a baby 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, having a baby that young destroys you. Because you got to supplement time now. See, with your woman, with you and your woman, if it's just y'all two, she gonna understand, and you gonna understand if she gotta work. You get what I'm saying? That baby don't understand that
at all.
Understand me? And them bills revolving around that baby don't understand that. You
get what I'm saying? Gonna keep wanting what that baby need. That baby gonna need what it need, and it gonna want what it want.
You understand me?
And bro, the whole thing with this situation here, dealing with this shit, you just gotta be realistic. If nigga, a 8, a 9, a 10, they require. If you ain't got it, you might want to start looking at a 7, a 6, or a 5. That's just what it is. Whether it's right, wrong, fair, or foul, the sexual marketplace value is what it is. So you can't sit up here and tell this woman she been dealing with men that's been provider men, and you trying to tell her to settle for what you ain't got, and that's not her life, bro. That's not her life. If that's not her life, she ain't for you. And if you want somebody that's like that, leave women alone, nigga, and focus on yourself and get yourself to the point where you can walk up to a 8, a 9, a 10, and then you call the shots. Because ain't nobody finna sit up here and be gorgeous than a motherfucker, have niggas throwing money at her feet to be like,
But you know what's crazy? A lot of niggas ain't got the self-esteem for that. You understand me?
They ain't got the self-awareness.
But they don't have the self-esteem, because you got to realize, even if you go get yourself together, if you ain't used to dealing with them type of women, you don't understand the world you walking into around her. Every nigga trying to shoot at your woman, whether y'all married or not.
And they leading with success.
You understand me? Every nigga is shooting, whether he broke, got the most money. If you hollering at a 8, 9, and 10, every nigga is trying to hit. They don't give a fuck if she got that ring on her finger. And you gotta understand that. You gotta know that. And your self-esteem gotta be in a place to where, man, my wife loyal, my girl loyal, I ain't gotta worry about that. But if that shit fuck with you, it's gonna turn you into a different nigga.
But if it go, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna fuck with you because you know you not that type of nigga.
I'm telling you, I see it, man. I seen it, bro, a lot.
Bro, this shit, like, classism is real.
It's real.
And niggas don't even understand that classism is more realer than racism.
That's boy.
Like the classism is the strongest thing on this earth, bro. You can, like, bro, I done said this shit on multiple pods, man. You can have a white boy, a white billionaire, call a black billionaire nigga. You can have that black billionaire call that white boy a Peckerwood or a cracker. And guess what? If they doing business, niggas, both signatures is on that paper.
Mm-hmm.
This shit ain't got nothing to do with racism. It's classism.
Real shit.
We can talk crazy to each other, but at this point, we need signatures on this contract.
And it's gonna be understanding going on this paperwork. Same thing with these neighborhoods that I live in. Boy, we had a fucking what was he? He was like I think he was a crackhead and homeless. I knew he was a crackhead or something. He was walking around here. Boy, they got his ass out of here so fast. Because you know everybody got cameras around here. Who is this? They throwing it up on the group. Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Oh, nigga. As soon as everybody said, "Oh, we don't know him," boy, they scooped his ass up so fast. Hey, bro, hey, they don't hang out on these points. They don't hang out. You gotta take that
shit. Ass out of here, dog.
That's just how it works. Hey, and he was white. He was fucking white.
It don't matter. Get out of here.
You ass out the road.
It's a difference between this being my people and this being my kind.
Mm-hmm.
That is the most important thing you need to understand. We share the same skin tone, the same culture. You can be my people to the death. We can like crawfish balls every summertime. But when it comes down to business, you are not my kind.
At all. And you will not be in the room until you become.
You won't be in the room until you become my kind. But if I fuck with you, I'll give you the instructions.
Exactly, boy. If I fuck with you, I will give you the goddamn recipe. I ain't gonna give you the keys. I give you the recipe. It's on you to put it.
It's on you. And if you choose not to cook this shit up the way I told you, you won't be my kind.
You understand me?
You'll be my people.
That's it.
You'll be my kind.
And that's how every class of people operate. And that, bro, what I tell niggas about, because they like, bro, what it feel like living in this shit? I'm like, bro, I really feel broke in this shit. Because you got to realize where we stay at, these not $1 million homes. It's close to it. But the $1 million homes down the street, they know I ain't supposed to be there.
You know,
they know that.
Them HOAs different.
You know what I'm saying? Me? Them people, hey, when we went looking at them niggas was outside, like, who the fuck is them? That car don't belong in here.
Exactly.
All them motherfuckers had S550s and goddamn them high dollar Teslas and what that truck doing in here? You understand me? We ain't never seen him. You understand me? So I understand exactly what you classism.
Classism is the realest thing on this earth. People don't understand that, man. If you don't fit in my class, you may be my people. You may be my people. And I may love my people to the end of time. But I know I can't take your ghetto ass into this business meeting because you're going to say the wrong shit. You ain't my kind. You my people. My kind. Call it selling out, call it whatever you want. But in this game, you gotta play ball.
That's it.
That's it.
You gotta play. And what our black people don't realize is we don't control the game
at all.
Follow the rules, but we don't control the game. So we have to play the game how the people that had this 400-500 head start has set the game up in order to win. So if you're not willing to do that, no matter how black power you are, you're gonna be broke forever. That's what it's gonna be.
What up, Ty? What up, Ty? What's good? The thing is, but hey, with that being said, when a nigga goes so far and a nigga goes so far up to reach that level and try to come back down to tell his people, hey, this is what I found out up there. Nobody want to listen to him. So it like, bruh, you put me in the situation because I tried to come down for my people. My people telling me I didn't sold out. So it's like, do I go broke with my people? Or I just go up there with my kind? Most people gonna go up there with their kind and not their people because you niggas is thick-headed. And I said this shit before on a pod before. You niggas has been hard-headed since Moses. If you believe in the Bible or not, but just the story alone, Moses say go this way. You niggas say this nigga just freed you from bondage and slavery. You niggas said, who is this nigga to tell me where to go? The nigga who just freed you from slavery and bondage. I'ma go this way. And what happened? You ended up a slave again because you niggas hard-headed.
You know why that is? In our community, bro, I see that our people respect the rappers more than they respect. You know what I'm saying? More than they respect
the fame
engineer or a motherfucker that's an entrepreneur and then got his business up to a $10 million business. He ain't got all the jewels on. He may have something like this on, but he ain't got that motherfucking big ass chain.
Cuban Lincoln shit.
You know what I'm saying? He got Lambos just galore outside. He ain't got all that. He live a great, comfortable life, but he the richest nigga in the room with all your rapper niggas that you love in there.
He got more money than the rapper niggas.
Yeah, he got more money than the rapper niggas combined in the room. But you won't take advice from this man. And he live a life that you can actually go chase down. You can't, but you want to rap and you can't rap a lick. You will never be there. No matter what you do, you will never be Lil Baby. You will never be Kanye and none of these motherfuckers.
It ain't even about if you can rap. Because most of these niggas trash. It ain't about if you can rap. It's about the business you set up before you even tried to get a deal. That's why motherfucking Chance the Rapper was who he was before anything. He became a household name with no deal. You know what I'm saying? But that's not glamorous.
Same thing with Young Dolph. You understand me? Most of our community, bro, you will not be Young Dolph. That's just how life gonna work. But your ass can go be the top engineer in Houston. You can go be a nigga that designs buildings in New York. You can be there and make millions from the comfort of your home.
Like, it ain't glamorous enough.
And that's the thing. Everybody want to be the show. I don't want to be the show. Fuck the show.
Give me the money.
Give me the money, man.
Give me the money. What fuck I
Tell
need
me
to be
what I got to fuck the show.
You gonna know I'm the show when you see me. Give me the money.
You understand me? And that's the way our youth is set up right now. Everybody want to be Young Boy. You understand me? Everybody want to be fucking Young Boy or Dirk and all these motherfuckers. I understand the shit look good. The shit look good. But these niggas ain't living that life. They rapping about it now. They probably used to live it.
Bro, in reality, it's this, right? Niggas don't even understand. Y'all think these niggas dropping all this motherfucking music because they that motherfucking creative? No, they not. That's why you get the same song on a different beat. The reason these niggas dropping all this music back to 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 back because they trying to get out of slave contracts. So when Young Boy get a $60 million contract from Baby, who we know has done Cash Money dirty behind some money, he's trying to fulfill that contract and get out the way. This is why most of these niggas' music ain't got no substance, because I'm trying to hurry up and just get it out.
Yep.
These niggas working like slaves to get out of
first album be the best album they put out.
Exactly, because that's the one with all the hunger, the one with all the creativity. And then the third album is normally the third album. The second album be fire. That third album is just be, hey, I just need to fulfill a contract and I need to fulfill these numbers.
Exactly, bro. I be looking at this shit with young niggas, bro.
But I'm gonna give this last little story situation. And then I'm gonna get up out of here. I was talking to a young boy, couple of young boys. They might be 20, about to be 21, right? One of them had a kid. The other one had 2 kids.
Damn.
Right? So his situation was this. He talked to the baby mama. They agreed upon a abortion. So he paid for everything. Sent her out there to Chicago. He paid for the he's gonna pay for the abortion. He paid for the plane ticket. He paid for the Uber to get her around, and he paid for the room. He paid for everything. It cost him about $1,500. Last minute, baby girl decided she was keeping the baby.
Oh, she kept the money.
So everything he spent his money on, he lost. Right? So what I'm saying is, to the young 20-year-olds out there in this story, specifically, what he fucked up with was he wasn't with that woman the whole trail. He was planning to send her out there to do something she might have not even agreed with by herself. Mm-hmm. But that lets you know right then and there, bruh, if you a man who stand on something, you have no reason to recklessly just putting semen in all these different ass women. If she don't mean nothing to you, bruh, you got to be more careful than that. Because he went from one kid to 2 kids, and the agreement about an abortion, and then she changed her mind last minute, bro. When you transfer that seed, you ain't got no say so, and it cost him a $1,500 lesson.
No. It cost him more than that.
It's gonna cost more than that. But right now it cost him a $1,500. Later on, it gonna cost him a little bit more than that.
Ain't no little bit, a whole lot of more.
You know, so he seemed to be a young dude that understands, like, he wants shit, so he gonna always be about getting some money. So that's good for him. That's good for the child. But for you ones that ain't even started yet, bro, you don't want to be in a situation to where don't even give somebody that type of power to make that decision. If you don't want a baby, don't create a baby. If you transfer that baby to that woman, she gonna do whatever it is she wanna do, and you can't do nothing but pay the bill. It is what it is. So, bro, that's just a message to the young men. I talk to my cousin faithfully to keep him on his toes. It's like, bro, one baby will derail your whole life. Just one. Like, bro, that shit ain't.
Oh, you ready? One baby before you ready. Take everything you thought you was.
Exactly. One baby before you ready, you might not ever get ready.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Most people don't rebound from a kid when they that young until they in their latter 30s.
Exactly.
You know, so that's just putting it together in your 30s. That ain't you getting on. Most people start getting it together in their 30s. So the back end of their life, they always playing catch up. They trying to work their ass off. They trying to work like they in their youth.
And shit, that's the ones that stay with the baby mama.
Mm-hmm.
The niggas who don't stay with the baby mamas and keep creating more baby mama. Nigga, right now, nigga, Jimbo is still in the same spot. We met him. The nigga who was a janitor at our middle school is still working at Walmart with 10 kids. He has not elevated his life is to pay child support, dog. We was in middle school. He was a grown man being a janitor for the school department. But he also was working Walmart. He's still working Walmart, bro. We've been out of school since 2008. We've been out of high school since 2008. So -4, we was in middle school.
That's fucking nuts, bro.
Because a nigga ain't got no dick discipline. Just slaying this motherfucker around. Now you got a permanent bill.
Yep. Here's a big bill.
A big bill, nigga. And Walmart ain't paying that much. The school ain't paying that much. Nigga, you behind on child support. You gonna pay this till you die. You ain't
you better not have no life insurance from your job because they taking that too.
Well, that's the only way he gonna be able to pay it. He gonna have to die for his kids.
And no, he ain't dying for his kids because his kids ain't getting nothing. Dying for your kids mean I'm giving you something. You dying for child support for real? We're gonna keep it a bin. Your kid getting no benefit from you
because they can only get so much money from that check. So the only way you can give them something is to pass if you got a life policy. Like, bro, we watch this shit too much to think it can't happen to me because I'm a live ass nigga. Like, bro, you the niggas that get hit. Like, clearly, if this nigga made 9 kids, he was a live ass nigga.
I had that happen to me one time in my life when I was younger. A girl tried to tell me she was pregnant for me. I laughed in her face. I say, girl, I ain't even nut. The pussy was trash. I faked it and got up out of it. And we never spoke again. And everything I said was the truth. And then bam, we fast forward. What? I was married 3 years in my marriage, bro. She had 2 kids, 2 baby fathers, and with a new nigga. You understand me? I know you regret your life decisions. You could have been with God over here.
This nigga stupid.
But you're supposed to go play with Lucifer. That's cold.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, if you are under the age of 30, please take this under consideration. I got in the house at 23. And you know where it came from? It came from a breakup. And I made that decision right there. Not now another woman would put me out of anything. And then I went and got a house and closed on it when I was 23. So I was looking around 22. So understand, man, bro, you ain't got to keep taking these gut punches to understand what we telling you is real. We done took the gut punches. We done got hit upside the head. We done lost it all. Nigga, you ain't got to. All you gotta do is listen to our stories. And when you start noticing shit that makes sense with what we said, get out of there.
Shit, fuck listening. Pay attention, man. Close your ears, man. Open your motherfucking eyes permanently and just look around the motherfucking room. You understand me?
Please.
Everything is going to reveal itself in a few days. If you can't learn from that, you are destined to fail. You want to fail.
Ain't nothing new under the sun. This is the same thing and a different variation of the same thing. That's it. That's it.
Child support in Section 8 is taken completely off the table for everybody in America. The game will always be the same. Women will be allowed to make irresponsible decisions and still live a great life. And you, with that same irresponsible decision, will have all the pressures to pay for it.
To pay for it. But, nigga, if you are about something and you stand on something and your bloodline is about something, you ain't giving that shit away willy-nilly any goddamn way. It's only them niggas whose bloodline is trash that just giving away babies like that.
Hey, because celebrating a fucking baby shower before marriage is crazy in my eyes.
Nigga, celebrating a baby shower for a woman who's struggling is crazy.
That's crazy to me.
Most of these motherfucking baby showers, the nigga don't even be there.
That's a man. The shit be fucking. We should be shunning that in our community because other communities shun that shit. They be shunning that shit. Baby shower, motherfucker. You need to be planning your next 18 years, man. But around here, we only worried about the baby. With them same folk that won't even help you watch your kid if you trying to better your life and go to school and be something. Let's just keep it a bean,
bro. Like I said, so for 2024, bro, the 2024, right? I seen somebody comment to one of your shorts you put on Instagram, and it's like I thought we was done with all this one-sided conversation, whoop de whoop yada yada. Now, granted, I don't never see no woman with this type of maturity speaking when it's a woman podcast and they talking about men, but we not finna go there. Mm-hmm. For 2024, we understand that the accountability thing is not a thing that resonate with our people. Resonate with our women. It's more of an insult than anything. Mm-hmm. So for 2024, because I believe that if we choose to sit up here and do this podcast thing, the type of niggas that me and you are, and that's probably because we the same sign, we want to make some type of a change. We want some type of productivity. Mm-hmm. So for 2024, with this podcast shit, what direction do you think we should head towards?
Oh, that's a hell of a question, man.
Because accountability ain't worked. It only really bring more division. So the more we bring more division, we ain't no better than the government, to be honest with you. We ain't no better than a motherfucker's race baby. So as a podcast and an intellectual, what do we do to make sure that when we speak, we're more solution oriented more than, but when you do this, I don't say nothing, but when I do this, but when you do this, and when I do this, because we both know, we both understand. You've been doing it, y'all been doing this shit. Crew Season been doing this shit longer than I've been doing it, but I've been doing it enough to understand controversy sells every fucking thing.
Exactly, it does.
Being apart makes more sense than being together when we talking about entertainment. And that's why, you know, the Cat Williams things is still rocking right now. I can't
greatest shit on TV, right?
I can't go on nothing without seeing Cat Williams and what he had to say. But we making this shit about a comedian be so important. So at this point, we are media.
Yeah.
For 2024, how can we do a better job in bringing our people together than separating them?
Man, I said at the top of the year, man, I'm no longer helping people that I don't see myself in. If I don't see myself in you, I won't help you. Now that ain't now that's not saying you won't see the gems I drop because I drop them for everybody. You get what I'm saying? But if you are not of my cloth, I won't be reaching out. I won't be reaching back and all that type of shit to pull you up because I also understand with those type of people, even if I gave you a lift and put you in a position where you need to be, where you want to be, you're not going to do that to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Me, because I'm only helping people that's not only going to help themselves and their bloodline, but it helps somebody that they don't even benefit from. That's how you save the community. You don't just help your bloodline, you help people you don't even benefit from. Because look at business, look at all business on this planet. All races of people, besides us, they hire their people. They cannot be their cousin. They cannot be their brothers. That all they did was went to school or something. They look like them, got them some paper. Now they family in the abundance. You understand me? You can raise your family to do other things and all that type of shit, which raises your stock in your community. That's why the wealth gap is how it is, because white people help other white people. Mexicans help other Mexicans. Asians and all black people, we don't do that. We go run and get some money. What we do? We go get a white lawyer. We go get, you know what I'm saying, a mainly white team and all that type of shit. I'm not doing that. I'm helping black folk, but I'm also only helping people that I see myself in. You know what I'm saying? Because my family's straight. My family know I'm here. So what I gotta continue helping y'all for? Y'all got me forever.
Cause we really ain't got no dog. What people don't understand, bro, it's two different people who talk about this shit, right? You got people who talk about this shit who really going through some shit and they just projecting, and it seems like it's derived from hatred and bitterness. And then you also have people who talking about this shit who ain't really got a dog in the fight. They just observing what's going on with the coach and reporting. Mm-hmm. I say, you married. Your first and only kid at this point has been with your wife. Mm-hmm. I'm not married, but my first and only house has been with myself. Mm-hmm. So really and truly, we are better than the average people when we talking about regular black living. I don't have to move in with nobody.
That's a fact.
I don't have to relinquish that type of power. Any situation that the average woman in, which is a renting situation, it makes more sense for you to come to me than me to come to you. And how my life is set up, you're going to benefit from it more than I'm going to benefit from you. Because we all know if you're doing bad, you need help. We don't want to say it, but if you're doing bad, you need help. You need me to look at you and say, hey, I deem you this worthy for me to give my assets to you, to give my time, to give my emotion, to give all that to you so we can be good. And that's the definition of a good man, a man who's making sure that you're good, even at the aspect of himself or his comfortability. Yeah, I love being in my house by myself because, you know, I'm good. When I walk around my house, it's not a person in every room. When I walk around, it's just me. It's quiet the way that I like it. But the moment I determine you to be worthy enough and I bring you into my house, that's a disservice to me. But it doesn't matter how much of a disservice. I love you that much and I value that much to bring you into my space, whether I bring you into my space or you and some kids into my space. See, that's the thing. Like, when you have to respect people's sacrifices.
Yeah.
You got to respect people's sacrifices when they bring you into a situation you're not even used to. I know it's easy to keep repeating the cycle of ain't shit niggas or ain't shit women because you're familiar with their territory. But when a nigga tell you to come over here, pack you and your kids up, come on up over here and don't worry about nothing, you can get a little nervous. You can start to self-sabotage. You can start to overthink your situation. If I put you in a situation to come over here, that means what you was doing was already good enough. Don't overthink it. Don't outplay your situation. You your biggest competition. And then that start coming to that self-esteem. Do you think you worthy enough? If you think you good enough, if you think you doing enough. If I gave you that relationship, that means you are the number one contender for engagement. That's what it is. If I give you the engagement, you are the number one contender to be my wife. But understand, when people sacrifice a simple way of living to receive a little bit of turbulence, because you might have not had your life together as good as me, but I love you that much to bring you in, you got to respect that shit, and that shit got to be a part of most of all the decisions you make when you decide that you want to feel selfish. Because I have to understand the trauma that this man gave you, giving you these kids, the trauma that you got not making as much money as you want to make, the trauma that you got not being good with your family members, all that trauma. I have to take that in consideration when I'm being selfish, because my selfish mind is telling me, you know what? When I was by myself, I ain't have to deal with this. Ooh. That's what my selfish mind is telling me. But then I had to put your value on the table. And if your value, if it's cutting like the way it's supposed to cut, fuck my selfishness. And that's how that woman got to be. And that's how that man got to be. And the part is, we don't want to give up our selfishness because we feel like our story is more traumatizing than every story that's ever been in life. We feel like we the first ones to go through all the shit that we go through.
That is a fact. That is a fact. Hey.
So with that being said, man, I ain't got much to say, man. I just hope that in 2024, everybody who got a podcast going, everybody who think about doing a podcast, we all start off making mistakes. We all start off kind of projecting what we think from our personal experience is the problem. And it's like, now some of us just pick bad, and we just got to understand that everybody not looking for that. Everybody that made some mistakes. If you're a woman, sometimes your mistakes give you kids. But we just got to understand, hey, man, everybody deserves some form of grace if they have proven themselves to be worth your time.
That is a fact.
If you don't take this woman seriously, don't take her out on a date. I seen a lot of niggas last year taking women out on dates, but then when it come down for the bill, you want them to pay for themselves. Just because of some podcast shit. Like, bruh, nah, you took her out on a date. You asked her to go out on a date. It's not that you didn't enjoy the date. It's just the fact you tried to implement other people's feelings or other people's thought process on a podcast to your real life and say, well, shit, you need to pay for it or you need to give me something, bro. That ain't never been life. That ain't never been life.
Like, and if you don't go into it thinking that, Isaiah, she gonna let you in anyway.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's like, but the arrogance with it. Like, okay, if I took you out on a date, I picked you up for the date. Okay, cool. If I pay for your meal, you gonna give me something? Like, bro, that's some predatory bullshit. That one, if you didn't deem her worthy to pay for her food, and these are not even outstanding like restaurants, bro. This is like little diners and Denny's and shit like that. And you're trying to make a podcast point in real life. Like, bro, most people who do podcasts ain't got the problems that you niggas got.
That is a fact.
We done heard y'all story and we speaking for y'all. But we ain't got no problems with, if I deem you necessary to take out on a date, we ain't got no problems with paying for the food.
Maybe I come here by myself anyway.
That's what they don't understand.
Thinking is people with you because I ain't drinking as much.
Bro, I'm not sitting up here telling no man take a woman out on a date and then all of a sudden ask her for some coochie or you not paying for the date. Bro, that's not what we do. That ain't what stand-up niggas do. Stand-up niggas, if you just want to hit, you tell her you just want to hit and see what happens. You ain't got it. You ain't got it.
I mean, you need to get in the gym and get your game in order.
So in 2024, bro, I really want niggas to start thinking for themselves and start really having that self-evaluation of where they at in life and realize, hey, if you ain't ready for this dating game, if you ain't got enough money for this dating game, then sit out. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. If whatever your preferences is as a woman, you are entitled to it. Whatever your preferences is as a man, you are entitled to it. Stand on your preferences, but also stand on what the possible outcome is for wanting these type of preferences. Stop wanting shit you ain't never experienced. Because if you ain't experienced, you got a whole new flock of problems that you're not even familiar with. So for 2024, I expect us to start going better, start doing better, start including, if it's majority of a male podcast type shit, man, include some women. If it's a woman podcast, include some men. Like old girl was telling you, these one-sided conversations. Okay, let's start bridging the gap there. How do we bridge the gap without you getting upset? Let's just keep this shit.
Most of them, they actually say that, they won't come on themselves.
You know why? But the thing is, they won't come on because, and I had that with my show. Most of these women think when you ask them to come on, you finna do some Kevin Samuels type interrogation. Man, I'm not finna grade you on what I think you look like. I'm not even finna ask you what you think you look like. We are, the moment that everybody takes self-accountability, we can be better for all the people that surround us. If you don't want to take self-accountability, just keep on dealing with the outcomes you've been given. And you know if it's been good or not. We don't have to be delusional about this shit, nigga. Hey, nigga, I ain't always picked the right one. She might have been fine with a fat ass.
That's what he like.
Yeah, that's what I like. But I lost. Like, it's 90% of the women that I dealt with in a relationship stance, they were not the woman for me. And I was not the man for them at the time because they was not ready to be that type of woman. But now that they didn't took their losses the way that they took them, I am the man for them.
Yeah.
Understand that. So when it comes down to that point, you have to be willing to walk away. You don't.
But it's no second chances.
Yeah, you don't deserve me. You had me. You had me as my trajectory was only up. That's when you met me, when my trajectory was only up. You in the same position that you were when we broke up. Now, this does not do anything for me. It don't. You are a beautiful person. I can fuck with you. I can hold a conversation with you. We can laugh about old shit. But far as my business partner through life, you're not it. And motherfuckers need to be honest. Women too. Just telling niggas, hey, bro, you just not it.
You just
my business partner through life. You ain't it.
It's a fun time. I'm only here for a good time.
Not a long time. Man. I ain't even here for a medium time. I'm not here. Quick in and out, nigga. I'm trying to make as least amount of mistakes with you as possible. Shit. But yeah, man, shout out to Ty, shout out to Jacoby, shout out to Willie, shout out to Freeze, shout out to Grant and all the other people who jumped in up on this thing, making comments. Anything else you want to say before we get up out, man? Because I'm a little toasted. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I ain't got nothing. I gotta get something to eat and feed these dogs.
Same here, because I ain't ate shit all day. Yeah. But yeah, man, appreciate everybody who stopped in fucking with this Visual Prowess podcast. Shit, shout out to Smooth coming in up in this thing from cruise season. It definitely would be many more because that's how we do our thing. Big Aries Nation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It been like that.
You understand me? Fuck them.
Shout out for old Lowe's coming in, man. That's my godfather, man. He come in and drop jewels on me, man. I've been picking his mind for games since I was probably 16, 17.
Stay on top of that nigga by getting that range.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get on his ass about getting that range. You gotta get that range. That woman the prize, man. That woman.
Yeah, what you doing?
You know what I'm saying? But we fuck with y'all and y'all have a good night. Have a good 2024. And man, we gonna work on being better for the whole culture. If we can't do it for the whole culture, we only gonna do it for our kind. That's it.
For my time.
Only gonna do it for our kind, man. Shit. Matter of fact, I'm going live again tomorrow.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Huh? Starting same time, about 7 o'clock.
Oh no, I'll be shooting the pod.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't shot shit in about a month. I've been dealing with all this goddamn pictures and wedding videos and all this other stuff. So we really been busy. So we really ain't
failed marriages.
Huh?
Who getting in failed marriages?
Not filmed. Video for marriage.
Yeah. In failed marriages.
I don't know who getting in failed marriages. That ain't business. Just pay me for the pictures. So me and T, man, we've been busy as hell, man. We've been going out of state with this shit. So we've been busy with these cameras. So this is actually the first brand new podcast in about a month and a half. So we gonna try to tighten up 2024, get this viewer shit up, get all this shit going, man. But we gonna see, man. We gonna try to be a little bit more crisp with this shit, man. We gonna try to be like Crew Season and you niggas, man.
Man, don't try to be like us, be better.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell niggas be better, man.
Right on, man. Y'all niggas doing y'all thing, and I ain't stopped doing y'all thing, man.
Shit, man. Ain't doing shit. Trust me. If I can trade the fame of this shit for more money,
get the money.
Give me the money, man.
Right on.
Give me the money. And shit, on top of that, you would be stealing shit too.
Yeah, niggas definitely be stealing. Niggas definitely be stealing. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate it, man. You definitely be coming through. If I be having questions about this shit on how to improve this shit, you definitely give me the insight since you've been doing it longer than me. And nigga, you gonna always be bro. You gonna always be respected around here, and you always gonna be welcome.
Nah, just make sure I'm a whole ass nigga when I come back.
Right.
Don't fuck with me. Yeah.
All right, man. We up out this thing, man.
All right, that's a bit.
Yeah.